Where last we left off, our heroes had just arrived at Wildport, ready to make good on their deal with Lacerania of the Melody of Stars, for better or worse. Before heading straight to the Fey Court, however, they stopped for the night at the outside inn to ruminate on what lay ahead of them, talk amongst themselves, and plan their way forward. During this time, Grumpfel made his way to the Tree of Life and Loss, the temple of his god, to pay his respects and seek guidance on what lay ahead. When the next day finally came around, our party headed to the Melody, and there, before a host of eagerly watching, dark-clad Fey and fair folk, Delgrim made good on his deal. Handing over the heart of the song to an eagerly awaiting Lacerania, she then plucked the moon from the sky above her and handed it to the Jericho Ranger before taking the second part of the payment, Delgrim's life. Embracing him, she kissed the Ranger, drawing the very life from his body until he slowly slumped to the ground. Shocked, as some of the party were entirely unaware of this part of the deal, our heroes rushed forward to gather their friend's body, trying desperately to think of a way out of the situation. Tiernan called for his mother to join them, as her release was meant to be part of the deal as well, but quickly discovered that she was not held against her own will, and therefore had no desire to go anywhere with these people she saw as strangers. While half the party quickly made their way out of the court with the body of Delgrim, Miera once again wove her powerful magic, and with arcane words suggested that Bluebell leave the court for a stroll. Under the power of her magic, Bluebell did as requested, leaving Lacerania somewhat impressed with the gall of the small halfling. When they finally made their way out of the court, though, whatever enchantment was held over Bluebell was broken, and she immediately recalled who she was, to the brief joy of Tiernan. But all was still not well, as this triumph was bittersweet. The others hastily carried Delgrim to the temple of Kamataon, finding the priestess Callista and begging her for her help in bringing their friend back.
Cashed in all my frequent flyer points with that, I tell you.
She urged them to carry him into the waters of the great tree, and once there, had our heroes surround their lost friend. Calling forth her powerful magic, assisted by Grumpfel, she asked each of them to call to their friend and give him a reason to live. Each spoke words close to their heart, and as the magic took hold, breathed a sigh of relief, and the life flooded back into the Ranger. Battered, weary, and emotionally drained, our heroes thanked Callista profusely before heading back to the inn to take a moment to rest after the traumatic events. Later in the day, while having a quiet meal before heading forth to seek their passage north, they were visited by Aloysius, the satyr leader of the court of the mystic Delirium. Not exactly happy to see him, he explained that he had thought upon what they had said at their last meeting, and he wanted to help them in their search of the Empire for the next Solara. He told the party that one of the leads the other Dawn Dreamers who were sent north were advised of was to look for the old witch Raluca Valasu of Forjat a village on the shores of Umbrasuf Lake in the shadows of the Soul Forge. With this bit of information, he then went to leave, but the party asked a favour of him, to take Tiernan's mother with him. After talking privately with her son, they knew she would not be safe here in Wildport, and despite some of their misgivings with Aloysius, she would be safer with him at the moment at least. With the last thread neatly tied off, the party made their way to the docks and found Gilly waiting for them on the decks of the Oakenhome. They quickly loaded their gear on, but just as they were to cast off, they noticed that Miera had not joined them. The small halfling, tears streaming down her face, told her friends that she was not going to travel with them. as she felt she would only be trouble, and that she felt her magic was not trusted by some, or even herself. She wished them a fond farewell, and as Tiernan and Delgrim made to run down the gangplank to hug her, she summoned an arcane doorway, one only she could use, and stepped through it. Miera was gone. And that is where we're going to pick up tonight.
Tiernan's literally going to stomp back up the gangplank and intentionally knock his shoulder against Delgrim and storm on up the remaining gangplank.
Delgrim, I think, kind of turn as though to react to Tiernan violently, but will take a deep breath. The black inky voids that are now his eyes, he'll just close his lids and take a breath and breathe out calmly, and then turn back to where Miera had left from. And he'll probably walk all the way down to the edge of the gangplank. And he will use, as super pointless as this very likely is, actually, no, don't even worry about it. I think with that kind of new blind sight in place of his actual vision kind of thing, like he feels the absence of Miera rather than watches this happen. And I think that kind of catches him entirely unprepared for that. But there is no doubt in his mind that she is gone. And he will turn back around and slowly, almost solemnly, jump onto this fucking boat then.
I think B would just kind of be standing there, also looking at where Miera left from, and kind of looking at, I guess, the remaining party members since one of them has stomped off, and just be like, should I leave too? Because, like, I understand what she was saying about the magic and stuff, and being hunted, and how it's going to be bad, and that she's going to be a burden, and it's not 100% correct, but I get it, and should I go too?
We'll protect both of you. Well, we not protect both of you because Miera is gone. But Big, she did not have to leave, nor do you.
But it just, I don't want her to leave for nothing.
Then let us hope it is not for nothing. Let us hope she finds what it is that she needs to be ready to face this world.
Okay.
Of course, that said, we are not going to force you to come with us to Empire. It's a very scary place. You will absolutely be hunted for the things that you can do and the person that you are, and it is very likely we will be running from near death. You are near death, particularly.
I've done it before.
We are not going to force you to join us.
No, it's okay. This is bigger than me.
Yes, that is accurate.
What's Grumpfel doing?
He's just kind of reflecting and taking in what's happened in the last couple of days, and especially in the last couple of minutes with Miera's sudden announcement and departure. And I think he could sum it up with, yes, well, very sad. Anyway, let's get on to the boat. No, I'm kidding. No, he's going to sort of just think about, like, okay, you know, it was her call, her choice. Interesting. What was happening has kind of there's been a fundamental shift in what we were setting out to achieve, and that's kind of given him a moment of like, right. He feels like it's not like he's going to go, oh well, the fellowship of the ring is over. It's been lovely, guys, I'm out of here too. And given that was sort of going through his mind and trying to process that, and B's announcement about, oh, does that mean I should go too? I think he's kind of, the camaraderie he's found in the last couple of months has been quite pleasant in the sense of, yes, we've been in danger sometimes, and he feels like this transition from being just a dog's body nobody trader, trade caravan type thing, and finding purpose, and having already one member of the party leave and now suddenly a second has kind of rattled him, but at the same time he's got some resolve. Right, what are we doing? Where do we go? And this is racing through his mind. So he's kind of almost feels like he's standing there stunned, but his brain's, I think, going, how do I make sure this journey that I'm on doesn't end right here? So he's kind of a little bit stuck for what to say. And given B's sort of musings about leaving, I think the whole last 5 minutes has kind of rattled him. He's a bit like he feels like he's about to lose this family, this adoptive family, this camaraderie that he's just started to find strive and purpose with. So he's definitely rattled. He's not sure. So he's sort of deep in thought.
As you all take this time with all these various thoughts and emotions going through you, the crew of the ship that you're on, the Oakenhome, is going about and getting ready to set sail. And almost for the first time, you notice the rather eclectic collection of individuals that there appears to be on this ship. The ship itself is one of the smaller ones in the harbour. The first thing that you would notice, which stands out the most, is behind the wheel towards the back of the ship is a centaur. Rather pretty, with short blonde hair, short and bright red hair. All of the crew predominantly wearing that really kind of stereotypical kind of like ship's crew clothing, so like the top with the stripes on it and simple black pants. But you can see that this centaur has got over one shoulder a very, very large longbow. As you look, you can also see racing about the decks now 3 Tritons. Their light green skin and long white hair sort of flowing about as they're rushing around, tying off lines and the like. All of you would notice, that all 3 of them look incredibly similar. There are two men and 1 woman, but it is 100% obvious that they are all siblings of some description or other. The other person who probably sticks out the most is hard to see. You never saw them until you actually got up onto the ship, because she's about 3 foot tall. Has got this thick mane of white blonde curls. It's fairly kind of cuddly of form. She's one of the ones who's not wearing your typical kind of sailor's outfit. She's got this incredibly tight bodice, like incredibly tight, which has pushed her rather ample bosoms up very high, and has got bright red pantaloons, and has got an orange scarf holding back this hair. She's also got like a barrel on her back, and you can see from the barrel what appears to be like a single hose which is hooked onto a belt and a couple of tankards. And you can hear her shouting out in a fairly gruff voice instructions to the various individuals that you see running around the ship. Gilly, the dryad that you originally did the deal with, is standing on the main deck close to you guys, and she is a little bit quieter, watching all of you. There's a slightly sad look in her eyes after hearing the exchange with Miera. But she will turn to you, Delgrim, and she'll be, so are we ready to cast off now, or is there anything else that you're wanting to do? It's a little bit of a glum mood to be heading off on. I'm sorry that your friends decided not to come along with us, but you've still secured passage, and my ship is yours for as long as you need us.
Gilly, our friend is, if nothing else, safe for us to meet again another time. So we can, at the very least, take comfort in this. When we return, perhaps we will see her again. In the meantime, yes, let us find a secret, sneaky, nasty way to the Empire that will not be found. And I'll not lose any more friends on this journey.
Right, well, I can 100% guarantee that we can have a conversation about that, but it may or may not happen. But look, I've got a few tricks up my sleeve. There's some places that we can go. There are some people that we can avoid or not avoid. But like I said, myself and my ship and my crew are yours to do with as you'll see fit. Actually, that's a poor choice of words. But then she gives you a little wink. Or is it? And she'll turn,
wink right back.
She'll turn on her heel with a flutter of buckles on her outlandish coat, and she will head off towards where the centaur is. And with that, the ship begins to pull away from the docks of Wildport. And as it sails out into this bay and beyond that, out into the oceans, you can see the vibrant life of Wildport. People rushing around on the docks, the low hum of the voices you can see in the distance.
Absolutely. Fuck you, Wildport.
The dome that makes up the four courts, of which have given you both passage, but also caused you pain over the last weeks. And beyond that, in the distance, the forest.
I like how you didn't say pleasure and pain, because I don't think we got any pleasure out of being there.
Oh, look, I'm sure there was something fun in there somewhere.
I mean, the temple was a hoot.
So with this, the journey north is a long one. It's like over like Gilly would tell you that it would be really a lot of it will depend on the weather, but it will be at least 7 days and 7 nights. And at this stage, what is it that the party is going to be doing over the course of this journey?
Can I just confirm real quick, Ham?
Yeah.
This is the same journey I've taken before, right?
In reverse.
You have gone in reverse. Absolutely.
On the same boat?
No, I don't believe so. I think negotiations would have been much easier if I'd been on this boat before.
Yeah.
And to that point, I think one of the first things Delgrim would do would be to approach B. B, you have come from this way to where you are now.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about this journey on the water.
Hamish, what was my journey on the water like last time? And specifically, like, I don't want to know about boring boat travel. I want to know, like, did we see any fucking crazy sea creatures or have any, like, turbulent waters? Or, like, was it just a mundane boat ride?
So for you, the trip south was comparatively uneventful.
Hell
The
yeah.
ship that you had secured had fairly good knowledge of the blockades that the Empire used to try and basically stop ships from going north or south.
Mm-hmm.
Probably one of the most relevant things for you would have been that the trip was probably close to 3 weeks because you had to sail around
Yeah.
what is known as the Fractured Isles. You don't know a huge amount about the Fractured Isles beyond the fact that it's a very dangerous place to try and sail through. You can, but only the fairly foolhardy would actually be able to do it or even give it a try. Which is why often the blockades are sort of at the easternmost point of that. And then you are starting to get out into the much deeper oceans where you didn't encounter anything too bad in regards to stormy seas because of the time of the year. You'd have come around here sort of early spring. But you guys are literally going into the beginning of winter, which certainly increases the chance of more stormy waters if you were to go all around the end of the Fractured Isles. And that would be how you would have to travel to get to Mardovia, which is the southernmost city of the Empire.
Yeah.
The alternative, which had been discussed with you, was to go to Castlesham, which is actually not in the Empire. It is south of the Fractured Isles. It's an independent city.
Where are we specifically, like, going to be landing, I guess, is the correct term.
Well, I mean,
We
that's a
discussed
conversation that you would have to have with Gilly. Like, she's basically gone, you tell me where you want to go and I'll take you
Great.
there. Which maybe this is a look, let's set this up. So, with everything secured and everything, all your gear, there's a bunch of hammocks below decks in this ship, which is set up for passengers. They're not very comfy. There's not a lot of space. This is not a pleasure cruise in any respect.
Yet.
But there is certainly space down there for you to bunk. And Gilly would tell you basically that first night it's often tradition for the whole crew to get together and have like a shared meal. We can talk about where we're going and what the plans are. It's good to have the entire crew involved with these sorts of conversations. Everybody knows we're all on the same page and we can go from there. So, and she'll tell you like there's a particular room below decks. And she'll briefly sort of show you, and it's got a nice long table. It's quite nicely decked out. Long table, there's about sort of 15 chairs there set up. Some sort of very small chandeliers, almost sort of slightly tacky looking, hanging from the ceiling, which swings slightly as the ship goes. We come down here. Frackle and Brackle will make us a nice meal, and that'll be great. We can drink, we can eat. I know, B, you were asking about wine and cheeses and stuff like that. I've got all sorts of stuff here for you all.
Who's
Cool.
Freckle and Freckle?
Who? Frackle and Brackle? Frackle and Brackle are they're our cooks. Oh, he's our cooks. They're our cooks. That's a slightly confusing one.
What is confusion? Also, why you interrupt conversation I have with B? I ask her question.
Well, I
It's
mean,
true. He did ask me a question. It was kind of rude.
Well, look, I mean, I was just standing here beside you and I heard you talking about this stuff and I thought, look, it's information that I can probably help out with. And honestly, we need to have a talk about where we're actually going. We're not just going to be sailing around in circles. I mean, if you want to sail around in circles, you can. It's up to you.
Is
But-
appreciated, I guess. And yes, I think you're right. Perhaps B, you can share your story when we have this large crew dinner.
Right.
And
Okay.
Why don't I'm going to go around and have all of you meet all the crew so you know who's on board the ship. And we can go from there.
Just gonna line everyone up?
Well, no, because everybody's busy. Everybody's got jobs.
Right.
But I mean, we'll go around so that when we come together for the meal, you're not sitting down with a table of people whose names you don't know.
Okay.
Right, so She says, all right, those three, and she points to the three tritons. You can see the two males look almost identical. One's got very long white hair. The other one's got the long white hair, but like the sides shaved. And the female has got just this thick white plait which hangs down to her waist. She goes, so those are the Zangle triplets. That's Calitras, Oberian, and Nyx. They're just like our deckhands. They help out around here, make sure all the sails are up and doing all the important stuff. She then points to the diminutive woman with the tankard on her back, and she goes, that's Angelique. She's my first mate. Where I can't be doing things because I'm sleeping or I'm too drunk or I can't be bothered, she takes over and makes sure that everybody's doing the right sort of thing. Who else we got? She points up behind the wheel at the center, and she goes, that's Lionette de Hart. She is in charge of making sure that we get to the right place. She's my key navigator. She's great with understanding the stars. Where are we going? She's very smart. Who else we got here? Let me have a look. As she's saying that, you see emerge from under the deck, up a ladder, this truly huge individual, close to 7 feet tall, muscled like an ox, shaved head, wearing the same like sailor's garb, but it's tight. It's super, super tight. And he's wearing a mask which covers half of his face, which looks kind of like an elegant stylized elven face. And you can tell straight away that he's probably one of the fair folk. One of those people from Wildport who kind of like worships the fae. She goes, that's Douglas. Douglas is like the muscle. He gets around. If I need anything done that requires heavy lifting, anything of that nature, Douglas is the one that will get it done for us. Who else we got here? And she looks upwards. And she goes, hey, come down here for a minute. And you notice from up in the crow's nest, this tiny little shape come flying down in front of you, and you can see a tiny little pixie. Except it is the roundest, cuddliest little pixie that you have ever seen. Not that you've probably seen a lot. Super, super chubby. The biggest smile. And Gilly goes, this is Quincy. Quincy is like our lookout. She's really clever. She knows how to keep an eye out for stuff. And Quincy goes, hello, Quincy. Nice to meet you. She goes, that's pretty much everyone. I mean, Frackle and Brackle are down in the kitchen, but I mean, you'll get to meet them like when we have dinner. I don't want to kind of go downstairs right now and interrupt them because, I mean, A, they won't fucking shut up once you get them talking. Plus B, they're also probably just bickering their asses off anyway. So, yeah, that's everybody, pretty much. Any questions?
What time will we be having this food?
Oh, look, let's just sundown.
And how can we make ourselves useful in the meantime? Is there other work on ship you need doing? Is there drinking to be had, perhaps? As you say, is glum mood? May as well
I'd like a
most.
drink.
Right. Well, look, all right. So if you're wanting a job, I mean, you can always be like swabbing the decks or making sure stuff's stowed away properly, checking on supplies. Like, there's lots of little jobs airing about that you can do. Angelique will be able to sort you out with any of that kind of stuff. If you're wanting to help, I mean, I don't expect you to be helping because you're paid for your travel, and it seems a bit rude for me to have, like, my passengers actually out here doing stuff for me. But I mean, look, it's up to you. I'm not one to look a gift horse in the mouth. Alternatively, if you're just wanting to sit back, have a little drink, I mean, I've got some casks of really good wine downstairs, but I'm thinking maybe we save that for like tonight.
The shit wine would be fine.
shit wine? Look, have I got the shit wine for you? And she goes, hey, Angelique, can you come over here for a minute?
They specifically make wine for ships?
No. Tiernan, that's shit wine, as in bad and usually very cheap and not tasty. But it does the job.
Oh, okay.
Look, I mean, it's not really. I mean, the stuff that Angelique's got, I wouldn't call it shite. I mean, it's not.
Comparatively.
Like top shelf or anything like that. But I mean, the advantage is it also doesn't run out.
Perfect.
And Angelique comes over and she goes, oh, hello. How can I help you all?
One shit wine, please.
Make 3, 4. It sounds like.
Yeah, one for myself, please.
You would like a 4 shit wines. Is this what I'm hearing?
Only 3, thank you. It's a little
Only
early
3.
for myself.
Make it 4.
4. Okay, 4 shit wines. And she reaches
Grumpfel,
down
do you
to
want
her-
a coffee or something?
I think I'm all right for the moment.
Or like a
I
soda?
just adjusting to being on ground that's in motion.
Angelique looks you up and down, Grumpfel, and goes, oh, Mr. Gnome, I can get you any drink that you might like. Coffee, water, wine, beer, ale, anything your heart desires.
I'm fine for the moment, thank you.
Grumpfel, if you're worried about feeling unwell, what if there's like a beverage that would help settle your tummy?
Oh, I'm not feeling unwell. It's unusual to have gone from so often under the ground or on the ground to not being on the ground, but being on an object that moves of its own accord, or the whims of the water that we see. It's just I don't feel unwell. It's just a little curious.
This very short woman reaches up and just gently places her hand on your arm, Grumpfel, and she goes, oh, it's all right, dear. You don't have to drink anything right now if you don't want to. But just remember, if there's anything that I can get you later on, you just ask Angelique. Okay?
Not a problem. I thank you for your offer.
You're very welcome.
When you say anything.
Anything. Well, I mean, anything within reason, as long as it is some kind of beverage. And she unhooks this hose from her belt and she takes out one of the tankards and she goes, shit wine. And it's coming out of the nozzle of this red wine, which she fills up the tankard and she hands to you, Delgrim, and she goes, now hold on. And then she actually takes it back and she goes, I don't just give my wine to anybody. What is your name, Mr. Dwarf?
I'm Delgrim. Delgrim Harrowfell. And he'll take a drink of this shit wine then.
I would have thought it was a little more brown.
What does it taste like?
It tastes so imagine if someone could sell you like a $1 bottle of red wine.
If only I could imagine that scenario. But yeah, okay.
Yeah. It is like it ticks the box of being wine, and it ticks the box of being alcoholic, and it ticks the box of being wet. It's better.
Okay. Grumpfel, here, hold this for me, can you?
Yes, sure. Thank you. Hang on. Oh,
good. Thank you.
Cheers.
Can you do clot spit? The finest of all spider milk drinks.
Did you want this?
You
want this back?
That is for you, Grumpfel.
Okay. Oh, no worries. Thank you.
Clot spit. Tell me you're familiar with it.
I'm very, very sorry. I have never heard of this.
Grumpfel, give me wine back.
Okay, sorry.
I'm sorry. I can only really conjure up
Thank you.
things that I am familiar with.
It is the finest spider milk drink you'll ever taste in your entire existence. Blood has been spilt over aged barrels of clot spit.
Well, Delgrim, maybe one day you and I can have a nice glass of this together.
I would very much like that.
So would I. Now, the other two of you. And she will turn to Tiernan and B. Firstly, what are your names?
Tiernan Depenan.
And the beautiful lady here as well.
Oh, I'm Beatrix. Beatrix Everly.
Beatrix Tiernan.
You can just call me B.
I like it. B. Shit wine for you two as well?
Mm-hmm.
Are you familiar with any of the drinks of the Katha bar?
I am not familiar with this Katharbal.
That's okay. Just curious. Yes, shit wine will be fine.
Shit wine for both of you then. She pours you both a tankard. You notice she's probably got about like 4 or 5 tankards around her little belt, and she hands them both to you. And then she turns and says, is there anything else I can help any of you with today?
No.
Well, actually, I was going to ask the captain. Is it? I'm just curious, Captain. And Angelique.
Angelique, yes, correct.
Is there any sort of? I don't need a huge amount, but just any sort of small private space that I could possibly use for tinkering.
Ooh.
Out of the way.
Want a little private space for some tinkering? I'm sure we can find something for you, Tiernan.
Okay, he's completely oblivious to any sort of connotation. He says, yes, well, I need to play around with some of my tools.
How about I take you below deck and I show you a nice little place where you can tinker with your tools?
Awesome, great. Lead the way.
She takes Tiernan by the hand. Come along, Tiernan. And she leads him below deck.
That was really nice of her.
Gilly, is that accent real? It sounds fake. Wow,
So what are the rest of you guys
just
doing?
not going to answer my question. Okay. I feel like you have some things to learn about the questions between people. First, you interrupt question, I ask a beat. Now you're completely silent when I ask you a question, Gilly.
Oh, sorry, were you asking that to Gilly?
Yes.
Oh,
That's why I say your name, Gilly. Is that accent real?
I mean that's the way Angelique's always talked. So I mean I'm assuming it's always been her actual accent. I mean, what about it's like me saying to you, Delgrim, is that your real accent?
Well, I don't hear my own accent, so I cannot tell you.
Oh, it's a very strong accent.
It is a really strong accent.
Are you mocking me in the way that I talk?
I
No,
don't think that was the
I'm not
intention.
mocking you in any fashion whatsoever. I'm just more saying that, like, I mean, I've known some people have said that I've got an accent. I don't hear my own accent.
You do. You also have an accent.
Well, I mean, look, I'm sure it's a very nice accent, though.
It's not bad.
Actually, you've probably got an accent as well. I mean, sure, all of you in some respect have got different accents.
No, I don't have an accent.
No, you certainly do, lass.
No, I don't.
No, you do, trust me.
Oh.
It's very apparent. There's a really strange way you say your R's.
Could you show me?
I'm not good with accents. It's very
Could you
difficult
try?
for me. It's like, all right, let me try. Let me see. Give me a sentence to say, and I'll try and say it like you do.
Try it like this. Hi, I'm B. I'm just a girl.
Right. All right. Okay. Let me give that a try. Hi, I'm B. I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. Is that what? See, that's what your accent sounds like to me. I'm just a girl.
Am I just a girl? Is that it?
No, you're very competent and able to kill things with great skill. I've seen it with my own eyes.
Right. I mean, I'm not making a judgment on you. I'm just more like trying to make my accent sound like what you sound like to me. So when I say girl, when you say it, I hear girl.
I really hope I'm more than just a girl to this crew.
Well, I mean, I guess we'll get a chance to find out with this journey, won't we?
I'm looking-
Delgrim, old boy, I dare say that the captain is flirting with B. What do you make of it, old chum?
Oh, that has entirely gone over my head, old
I'm
lad.
not sure. I think they're flirting, but I'm not entirely sure myself. And Grumpfel dropped back out of Undercommon.
Excellent.
Wait, see, then there you've got these two speaking a completely different language altogether, which I don't understand. Look,
Well,
B,
you know, maybe it's not ours to understand. Although, if you guys want to do it again, I can cast a spell and
You're a
and hear
drow.
you
You
guys.
should have Undercommon.
I don't. But if you guys want to do it again, I can
Why do you
cast a
think I
spell and
said I said
understand it. Why do you think I've never interjected on the two of you having those conversations?
Perhaps
I
you can
can't speak
connect.
Undercommon.
I can just see Grumpfel and Delgrim teaching B Undercommon.
That is very useful spell to have. Is this thing that is only for you, or is this thing can be shared to other people so they too can understand? different language?
It's just for me.
Well, less useful then.
Sorry.
You do not need to apologize for failings you have. We are who we are.
Everyone
whatever's in the
has-
book, I can do what's in the book because it's what I've learned.
wait, see, what I'm
every-
hearing now is that B, you're actually very smart. You've got this book which you can read and then lets you do things like understand what other people are saying in different languages. Like, that's really impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. You're right. Hey, do you know what? You're right. Do you want to see something fun?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to. I'm hoping that, I know that, your friend going and everything is truly upsetting, but I'm hoping that on this little trip of ours, we can actually have a little bit of fun. So,
What's your favorite color?
my favorite color is green.
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 Okay, odd choice, but okay.
Well, I mean, and she points at her hair and her skin. I mean, really, it kind of makes sense. But anyway, sure, green.
Okay. And B kind of closes her eyes for a second, and when she opens them for a second, they glow green, and then above Gilly, this little shower of green little sparkles as I cast Prestidigitation.
She's like, oh my god, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I can only think about how amazing that would be if I was also absolutely shit-faced as well.
And with
I
the
mean-
shower of green sparks just quickly, I think Delgrim will kind of put a hand on Grumpfel's shoulder real quick and just kind of lean his head against his shoulder, and his eyes are just going to tear up a little bit thinking about fireworks.
Grumpfel just give him a sort of a bro-ish underkin sort of there buddy, you're all
Wow.
right sort of thing.
Gilly,
I wasn't there for that.
Gilly will look over at you and then will look at B, and some of my sort of outside go, is he your friend all right?
Oh, he died.
He just had a little case of death, but we got him through and he's fine now.
Yeah, he's okay now.
I did, yes, that is all accurate. I will be fine. Is not why I am unhappy.
Grumpfel looked dead serious and go, we found that it was not his time to depart us, and we are thankful for him to be here.
Oh,
Yeah. Hey, Delgrim, what's your favorite smell?
Right now, I would very much like to smell the sparkle cookie.
Did I ever eat a sparkle cookie or smell one or come into
Yeah.
contact with one?
Yep, I'm in contact with one. Yeah, that's
Okay.
right. At some stage.
Licked it and put it back.
And this time instead of closing her eyes, B just looks really focused, in your direction, almost focusing on you. And then you'd smell a whiff of sparkle cookie.
Well, and Delgrim will just kind of whiff that right on up, and straighten back up again.
Grumpfel, do you want me to do something for you too?
I do not mind. I'm not sure what you're asking.
Do you have a favorite smell?
Petrichor. Petrichor is a wonderful thing. Rain after a long, hot day.
I like rain too.
Which is odd because you would find me more underground than above. But I find the smell of rain when I first ventured out of Svezina. It was a hot day that ended in rain, and it was the most remarkable smell.
Yeah. No, I like rain a lot. And I guess similarly, she would focus in your direction and you would just smell that really familiar smell of petrichor.
Oh,
We
very
love a
nice.
cantrip. Big fan.
Yeah. Go to cantrips. All right, says Gilly. Look, I've got some bits and pieces I gotta go about doing for now, but we'll get together for dinner a bit later on. Feel free to make yourselves at home doing whatever you want, as long as you're not getting in the way or causing problems. If you've got any questions, talk to me, talk to Angelique. I mean, talk to anybody you really want to, as long as you're not being a pain in the arse. Right, I'm going off. And with that, she turns with a jingle of her buckles, and we go below decks. No.
Below deck,
Yeah,
Pell
Red in
Dawn
Shadow
edition.
After Hours.
Yeah.
Below deck.
Below deck Pearl Dawn. We like this.
Only phase.
Yeah.
The ship has been traveling for this amount of time. The crew is so upset.
Yeah. Roll. No, shut up, Hamish. Okay, so Tiernan, Angelique takes you down to what appears to be like the hold. Takes you sort of into a corner where there's a bunch of crates and there's a small gap. And she goes, "Oh, this is probably the best place if you want a little privacy for some tinkering. There is some crates here which you could use as like a little table if you wanted."
Ah, this will work beautifully, Angelique. Thank you.
You're more than welcome. Is there anything that you're not going to be doing anything that like might cause damage to the ship, though? No.
Oh, no. Any sort of field testing would be definitely above deck.
Okay. It would be very terrible if you did something to poke Gilly's ship. She'd be very upset.
Okay. You say poke. I'm all right to just hammer in a nail into the odd beam just to hold up a piece of paper or something.
Oh, no. He's not hammering in no nails. I'm sorry, the ship is very delicate.
Okay.
There's
I'll be careful.
plenty of places for you to just be able to place down your little pieces of paper and play with your tools as you see fit.
Tinkering requires a solitude thing, so I
It
guess-
does. All I can say is make sure you clean up after yourself. No?
Oh, of course.
Excellent. I shall leave you to your tinkering, Tiernan, and if there's anything that you need, just ask.
Do you have any charcoal at all? I seem to have run out.
Certainly. I shall get Douglas to bring you some charcoal.
Awesome. And
That is not a problem.
I'm just please inform the crew to not to touch anything, please.
Oh, so you prefer to do the tinkering by yourself?
I prefer that if I leave anything here, that it remains untouched.
Duly noted. I shall tell the crew to keep their hands to themselves.
Wonderful.
All right. Have fun, Tiernan. I'll make sure you have all of the privacy that you need.
Okay.
And then she turns and she heads off.
And I'm just going to start filling the space with a few odds and ends, holding up a few, start scribbling down various sketches and so forth of what Tiernan's been thinking of the last few weeks, and unpacking his bags and putting various tools and odds and ends on the crates, and spending just a couple of hours, because early in the day.
Beeps sort of just early in the day, yeah.
Yes. I'm quite certain that the chat's probably gone a bit yucky, but we'll ignore any of that. And yeah, spend a few hours down below, and then come on up for air.
Cool. Excellent. All right. So the day slowly progresses. It's comparatively nice outside. Is there anything that anybody's wanting to do over the course of the day before we get to dinner time?
Recover from all that psychic damage.
I think B is going to steadily drink throughout the day, not where she's at a risk of being fucked up or anything like that.
Yep.
But if anything, just a healthy buzz. And is probably gonna find somewhere above deck that she can see the horizon line and just sit and be there.
Yeah, cool. So the back of the ship where there's sort of like I should have looked up all my nautical terms, but I didn't because I'm an umpty. Sort of
Doesn't
like
matter.
the back tower of the ship, which is sort of higher up.
The
There would be
forecastle.
The
sorry?
arse.
The
of
forecastle.
Aft.
Yeah,
The butt.
the butt of the ship. Yeah, sure.
The booty.
Stern.
The stern
The stern.
is there's
And that castle-y thing is the forecastle.
there you go. It's
I thought
ships
the
and
aft was the
Grumpfel.
real.
Okay?
Isn't the aft
Listen,
the
it
real
could be
of the ship?
anything in this world. Who cares? It's a butt. Let's go.
So at the back of the ship, you are able to find like a little spot, like amongst some coiled ropes and some barrels and stuff, where you can sit. You can see a perfect eye line. You would be up the back near where Lionette is, since she seems to be the one who does most of the steering of this ship.
Yeah,
So
cool.
as you go up there, this centaur would not say anything, but would just be looking at you as you come up to sort of find the place to sit.
And I would just politely nod. I'm not attempting to engage in conversation or anything. But I will just kind of sit and be, I guess.
Wow, how self-referential. I'm just gonna sit and be.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. No, look,
Exist.
that's fine. Like Lionette doesn't actually say anything. Like when you nod, it's like that. It's a kind of exchange between the two of you. Probably like half an hour later, Angelique makes her way up, almost exactly the same time that you finish your shitty cup of wine. She goes, "Oh, B, you found yourself a nice little spot here, I see.
Uh-huh.
Is there anything that I can do for you? It looks like your drink has run out."
As long as you keep it full, that's all you can do, I guess.
So you would like me to just keep on giving you drinks all through the day?
Well, yeah, because I can manage myself.
It's perfectly fine to me. Like a young lady who knows how to manage herself. She unhooks the hose and fills up your tankard. She says, if I'm ever not fast enough to come back to you, just call my name out, dear. Okay?
Okay, I can do that.
Excellent. She gives you a little wink and she saunters away to leave you to continue your boozing. What about the rest of the group? So Tiernan's downstairs playing with his tool. B is doing
Plural.
some day drinking. What are the
The underbros.
what are the underbros doing?
What's Grumpfel up to?
Oh, trying to get rid of a lot of bad mental imagery from the innuendos running rampant. Yeah, like I said before, Grumpfel is kind of trying to, despite the distraction of the last couple of hours and conversation and drinks and what have you, although he's just not really, he is going to try and sort of find a bit of time for, like, if I dare say, have we got a shared cabin, a cabin with our own little rooms, or are we sharing a lodging downstairs?
It is just there's 5 hammocks set up for you guys.
Yeah.
Sort of down, so almost sort of the opposite end of the ship to where Tiernan's play corner is.
Nice. Grumpfel will sort of just wander and look and sort of see what people are doing and say hello, not being aloof, being polite, but he's just going to wander and sort of take it in. He hasn't really been on a ship before. He is aware of them. Thankfully, he is not feeling sick unless you want us to make constitution rolls for that. But he's kind of just distracting himself with aimless wandering and observing sort of thing. Eventually he will find himself down to one of those hammocks to perhaps read a little bit more of the book that was found at the ziggurat.
Yep. Yeah. Look, you watch the various crew members in action, and you don't know what everybody is doing, but it appears that they are a fairly well-oiled machine. They're all going about their tasks with very little direction required from anybody, making sure that the sails are set up properly, all the lines are secured and tight and or loose or whatever is needed at that point in time.
Would you allow the first roll of the night to be an insight to see if I notice if anyone is not getting along with anyone at all?
If you are wanting to try and vibe that kind of thing, you're more than welcome to make a roll for sure.
Grumpfel's going to be the catalyst for political drama on the high sea.
Yeah.
Quite the opposite. He wants to just see if anything will, if he can see that there's, you know, when you're in a workplace or observing a workplace, sometimes you can pick up on whether two colleagues are not getting along,
Yep.
or they're not on the same page, sort of thing. Everyone's doing their thing.
Yep.
Yeah, have you seen me and Promethean interact?
Ever?
Wow, you're right. No.
It's a momentary realization for me.
Let's see. So insight.
Yep.
That will be a 17, thinking you.
17. You spend the day moving about the ship, spending time watching these people, trying to do that vibe check. You would fairly quickly pick up that the Tritons, just from a passing comment, they actually appear to be triplets.
Mm-hmm.
They and like all siblings, there is a little bit of tension at times, but it's probably more good-natured than anything else. Douglas, the giant individual, is a man of very few words and just seems to go about doing what he needs to do on the ship. Everybody else, it seems to be pretty quiet. During the day, at least, everyone is out doing their job, doing what's got to be done. There doesn't appear to be any kind of tension or issues or anything of that nature. Can I get you to please roll for me a perception check?
Can I get in on this? Because I think Delgrim will accompany Grumpfel on his little Wanderson tour of the ship. He'll be a little bit more incessantly questioning each member of the crew about their given tasks on the ship.
Perception.
As they do so.
So both of you roll your perception check.
Given Grumpfel's nature and being predominantly a cleric, I would like to volunteer after the perception a medicine check. Just to see if there's anything ailing any of the crew that I might be able to help with.
Let's deal with the perception check first.
Yep. No,
17.
Let's see, perception. That is a 19.
19. Okay. We're going to come back around to that. But firstly, Delgrim, like, how incessantly, like, what exactly are you doing? Like, is there somebody that you approach first? Like, what's the vibe going?
Curiosity, I think, is the vibe. So very similarly to Grumpfel, Delgrim's never been on a ship like this. He is probably a bit surprised to find himself feeling as comfortable as he does. He would have expected to be a little bit kind of uncomfortable maybe on this thing as it heads out to sea, but it hasn't. And so he's feeding a curiosity, just asking about the individual tasks that each crew member has on the ship. Why does that need to be done? what is the the purpose and function of each thing that they appear to be doing, so that he can just kind of learn.
So there's
more.
there's a couple of things that happen here. So the most forthcoming with information would be the Zangle triplets.
Mm-hmm.
All three of them are quite talkative,
Mm-hmm.
especially once you sort of strike up conversation with them. There is a small degree of sibling sort of poking and prodding of each other, the way siblings do, sort of that gentle ribbing. But the other thing that you notice is that often they will finish each other's sentences for each other. Or you will ask a question of one of them and one of the other ones will answer.
Mm-hmm.
Like they absolutely, all three seem to be almost joint at the brain in some capacity. The other thing that you notice as the day progresses, out here on the deck of the ship, you didn't notice it when you were back in Wildport, and you didn't notice it when you first came down to the docks and you got on the ship, because you were very sort of distracted by everything that was going on, both this new situation with your senses, then with Miera leaving. But the longer you're outside, the more uncomfortable you feel.
Mm.
Now, there's always been a certain degree of that for Delgrim. In the past, Delgrim has talked about the sky and how big and open it is. But since you've come back to life, being under the sun, being out here in the open, especially as it sort of gets to the afternoon, it is getting very uncomfortable.
Okay.
You find that the once or twice when you go below decks, maybe to have a look at like where you're sleeping and stuff like that, there's almost a sense of relief as you find yourself out from under the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Your senses are much more, you know where everything is, everything's close. You get that sense when you're outside. Your senses only go so far. You've still got your hearing and that, but you realize just with the loss of your eyes, there's so much more outside which it's gone. There's just nothing there. It's just a sense of openness and unknowing, and the heat, even though it's definitely cooler, the heat of the sun beating down on you is just making you feel really uncomfortable.
Yeah. And he's not unfamiliar with that kind of sensation, right? Because he felt very similarly about just the open sky itself.
But it's like it's been ramped up to 10.
Ramped up, yeah. In which case he will take his hat anytime he's outside, his comfort hat. But we'll actively attempt to spend a bit more time then below deck, perhaps.
Yep. So the other thing that you notice, both of you with your perception checks, is that when you're going around and talking and listening, at one stage both of you think that you can hear voices arguing below deck somewhere. Just very briefly, but it sounds like not necessarily raised voices, just two voices arguing about something.
Yeah, given what Gilly said, it introduced all the crew and didn't introduce in person. Was it Frickle and Frackle?
Frackle and Brackle, perhaps. Yes.
It could be them.
Should we investigate? I don't want their food to be spoiled by anger of these people.
Yes, we could definitely go down and see what's eaten them.
Let us do that then.
Okay, so you guys are going to go and see if you can find where this arguing is.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I am just very quickly going to swing back to the other two members of the party, so B and Tiernan. While this is going on, it sounds like both of you are pretty much set course for what you're doing until dinner time. I'm just wanting to double check that.
Oh, they're not completely.
Yep.
After a few hours of scribbling down, probably in the afternoon sometime before the sun has actually gone down, Tiernan is going to make his way back to the deck, walk straight up to the main mast, and start climbing it. Makes it all the way up to the crow's nest, I'm assuming.
Hold on.
Hopefully.
Hold on. Okay.
I can cast spider climb if necessary.
Well, I mean, are you casting spider climb or are you not casting?
I think I will, knowing my role.
Yeah? Okay. All right. So you cast spider climb, and there's like rigging and stuff. Like this is designed. It's despite the fact that the mast strangely resembles like a large tree in many respects. You are able to fairly easily, climb up the mast, and there is a crow's nest at the top. And as you get up there, you find Quincy, the little pixie sitting there. And as you kind of appear, she's like, "Oh,
Hey Quincy, you don't mind some company for a little bit?
no, it's fine. I don't normally get company up here."
Oh, I find the high altitude comforting. Reminds me of home a little bit.
Right, where's home?
A long way away from here.
That's not really an answer.
Usually people just assume by looking at me. Cartharbal.
Right, why would they assume looking? You're blue. I've seen blue people before. I mean, not blue like you, but I mean, I've seen blue people.
Okay. Well, you're well travelled, I'm assuming.
No, not really. Well, I mean, a little bit, but not really. But kind of. Anyway, Cartharbal. I don't know what that is. Why are you up here? Why is the altitude good?
Because Cartharbal is high.
Right, is it like on a mountain? Is it in trees? Is it on a mountain with trees?
It's like a really, really big ship that walks along the land.
Well, then it's not a ship because ships are on the sea. Why would it be walking somewhere? That sounds like a really stupid ship.
Yeah, some people think so.
So you live on a stupid ship that walks around?
It's not the reason why I came up here, Quincy.
Well, I mean, you started this. I'm just asking questions.
I was being polite.
Well, so was I. It's polite to ask questions and engage in conversations with new people, so I thought I'd do that because you came up here to where my space is, so...
You don't mind the company?
Oh, no, I don't mind the company, but do you mind me asking more questions? Because this seems to have gotten really awkward all of a sudden.
May I ask you questions?
You can ask me questions, but are they going to be weird and awkward?
No.
Okay.
What's your role on the ship?
Oh, I'm the lookout. That's why I'm up here in the lookout, because I'm looking out.
You don't get bored?
No, why? It's fun. I get to sit up here and look out across the ocean and see all sorts of cool things.
Okay. What's the most coolest thing you've seen?
A blue person up the mast.
Yeah. Somebody won't stop asking stupid fucking questions. No. What's the coolest thing I've ever seen?
But you must have seen a lot from being up here. You got a pretty nice view.
I do, but honestly, we don't see anything terribly interesting. I mean, I've seen other ships. I've seen people on other ships, and some of those people look a bit funny. Oh, I mean, look, we went past the Fractured Isles a while ago. That was pretty cool. That was pretty interesting.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to look out along the horizon for a little bit. Maybe
Okay.
let the sun go down.
Well, hold on. What have you seen that's the most interesting thing that you've ever seen? Since you've asked me that question, I'll ask you on your dumb walking ship on the land.
Most interesting thing I've seen.
Yeah,
That's a good question.
it is a good question. You asked it the first time.
Probably a headless horseman.
A headless horseman. Like, was he riding, or were they riding a horse, or was like they dead on the side of the road?
I believe they refer to it as a Dullahan.
Oh, I know what a Dullahan is. Fucking terrible.
Yeah, when it comes up behind you when you're walking through the forest, it's not the most great experience, but it's certainly interesting.
Right, what forest was that?
The one back there in the Feywood.
Right, you don't even remember its name.
No.
Wow. It's not very respectful. It's my home. I mean, I'm assuming it's what you're talking about, because that's the only fey-infested wood back there.
Well, what is its name?
Bayfair.
Feyfair.
Yeah.
So that's the. I thought that was just the region. That's actually the wood.
It's actually the. Yeah.
Okay.
God. I thought you were smart. Maybe I was wrong.
I don't have to be mean.
I'm not being mean. I'm just making a factual statement. I've made an assumption based on what you were like, and obviously it was incorrect.
I don't get out much. Okay.
Well, I can tell. That's okay. You can sit up here and watch stuff with me, though. It's fine. I mean, I know lots of dumb people. I mean, Doug is down below deck. He's like so unbelievably stupid. It's painful. But he's also super nice, and he's really strong. Are you really strong?
No.
Right. So you're dumb and you're weak.
I didn't say weak. Just not.
Oh,
strong.
okay. So you're dumb and kind of averagely strength then. Why do these other people travel with you? Are they like friends? Like, do you have some kind of like valuable quality that they find in you?
Yes, I protect them.
Oh.
In a way.
How do you protect them?
Well, I just hold up my pistol through arcane means.
Right, you wave a piece of metal around at things, and do they get scared and run away? What does the piece of metal do?
It blows things up.
Oh,
And
that's pretty cool.
I'm aware Angelic didn't want me to blow anything up on the ship, so.
Angelic? Who the fuck's Angelic? Oh, you mean Angelique?
Angelique, sorry.
Oh my god, you can't even say names right. Hey, what was your name? Actually, don't worry about that. Hey, Bluey, let's just sit up here and be quiet and look out over the ocean, okay?
That sounds like a very good idea.
Amazing. And she flies over and pats you on the top of the head, and then just.
Why do I always get the insulting characters?
Yeah.
For really real?
I
Yeah.
fucking love that fucking NPC so much.
Quincy is my favorite. Fucking,
What a great NPC.
I'm so sorry, John.
No, you're not.
You're not allowed to be. That was too good to feel sorry
That was
about.
beautiful. That was so good. Saz, save that for a reel for later, please.
All I wanted to do was get a little bit there.
To be honest, there's enough material there for a few reels.
Yeah.
So,
No, just do a supercut of Ham's insults back to back.
shout out to NVC somehow.
Just channeling just that little bit.
Yeah, that was
brilliant.
Yeah,
brilliant.
somehow there
coded
was.
as
I'm
fuck.
not. Yeah, look.
It
Well,
was-
Peter's
like
like,
we said-
I'm a
needed to
guest.
do
I
was-
can't punt the pixie off the mast. I'm being a guest.
All you needed to do was turn into an annoying animal for the next 8 hours, and all of a sudden,
Offer everyone some fucking eggs.
yeah. Shit.
Yeah, look.
They're free range and organic.
Yeah. I hate this film so much. Okay, so
This is your world.
Yeah, I know. What have I done? So back below decks, we've got Grumpfel and Delgrim. You make your way downstairs. Head
Did
towards
you
Miera.
want to know the medicine roll or
Oh,
save that
yeah,
for later?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, I rolled it directly after the perception, and it was an 18.
Yep. Look, everyone seems, from what you can tell at a glance, everyone seems fit and healthy
Cool.
and great.
Cool.
Yep. So You head downstairs through the ship towards where you were fairly confident that you could hear the bickering, and you find yourselves in that large dining room, and there's a door at the far end, and you can hear now this definitely the sounds of more voices, or sounds of voices, I should say. But you also smell some truly delicious things wafting through from that general direction.
Well, I seem to have been wrong about food being spoiled. Clearly, they can be arguing without that being a problem. It smells really good.
Yes, I must admit, it does smell rather pleasant.
Well, shall we find out what all this ruckus is about, though? Yes, great, excellent. Come along, friend Grumpfel.
I wasn't arguing. Thought you were pausing for dramatic effect.
I'm not a very dramatic person. I don't know why you think I would do this.
A comedic relief. But anyway, yes, let's go find where the voices are coming from.
Excellent.
There's nobody in there.
Yeah.
No. Okay,
Right.
so you go, and as you get closer to the door, you can hear the bickering is louder. And as you open the door, you get assailed by an eclectic collection of aromas, sweets and sours, all sorts of interesting spices, and you can see standing at a bench, probably just over 5 feet tall, wearing a fairly similar sort of sailor's outfit as all the other ones that you've seen, except this time there is a very stained and dirty apron that this individual is wearing, cleaver in one hand, rolling pin in the other, and they turn around because this individual has got 2 heads. You've seen Dragonborn before. You've seen kobolds before. It's like they're kind of somewhere in the middle. Bigger than a kobold, smaller than a dragonborn. And both of these heads turn around and almost in sequence go, "What the fuck do you want?"
We're simply here to make sure that no blood is spilled between arguing parties, but I see that probably not going to be issue.
The 2 heads kind of like lean back from each other so they can look at each other. One of them goes, "Why the fuck would there be blood spilled? We're just cooking dinner and you're in here interrupting us." The other head goes, "Fucking these new travelers who come on board of our ship while we're trying to make them nice meals. What the fuck do you want?"
We heard voices. And then when we came below deck, we smelled the most incredible smell, and Decorum was overcome by wanting to know what was in the pot, because we are connoisseurs of good food and are most intrigued and mouths salivating.
Okay, make a fucking persuasion roll, you.
I am particularly fond of fish pie.
It's like meat, but not.
Is everyone rude on this ship?
Persuasion, because that's like one of my best ones. Or 15?
15. Both of the heads pause and then look at each other. Yeah, look, all right. Look, we're just trying to get our job done here, so thank you for the kind words. We are trying to make a lovely meal here for you, but would you mind like clearing off? We'll come out and like talk to you later on, won't we? And the other goes, "Yeah, we will."
No, absolutely. We apologize for the interruption.
Excellent. If you find yourself arguing amongst yourself for any reason, feel free to come find me. I'm a very good arbiter of disagreement.
Right. Really? Says the left-hand one. I
Yes.
don't. look, what do you know about using spices? And the other head goes, oh, for fuck's sake, here we go about the fucking spices again. Look, I always put in just the right amount of salt. And the other head goes, no, you don't. You oversalt the living shit out of everything. And the other one turns to them and goes, yeah, you and your fucking nutmeg. Nutmeg this, nutmeg that, fucking nutmeg everywhere. And they just completely ignore you as they devolve into this truly heinous argument about how they should be spicing their food.
Mhm.
And they're obviously making two completely different meals at this point in time.
Excellent. All the more for us to eat later.
That was a poor choice for voice.
Can't wait till all these fucking characters are sitting down at dinner together.
Yeah, no, I've realized that as well. Oh no.
Good one, Hamish.
Yeah. Hey, for all of you DMs out there, what I've done tonight is called a really fucking stupid idea.
Hey, been there, done that.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking
yes.
same.
Watch Radiant Shadows for more stupid ideas. So, with that, you will. Is there anything else anyone is wanting to do before we break for dinner?
No.
No,
I
I
think
think I'm good.
Bitch
Yeah.
slap a pixie.
Fuck you. You leave that adorable, fucking beautiful creature alone, or Delgrim will hunt you down and throw you off.
Look, I think you could try and bitch slap me, but honestly, with hands like that, probably the last thing you bitch slapped was your own dick. So, I mean,
Thunderwave, boom.
Thunderwave immediately.
Wow.
Yeah. Look, and with that, we're going to go to break.
Oh dear, oh dear.
And we will return for dinner upon the Oakenhome, which I'm sure will be absolutely delightful.
A little bit more awkward now that the pixie's been thunderwaved off the top of the crow's
Yeah.
nest. No.
That wasn't in character.
All right. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us. We'll come back in 5 or 10 minutes, and we'll get our eat on.
Nom 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 nom.
Applesauce.
In the land of Peldorn, where the echoes call, through the ruins deep, through the rise and fall, radiant shadows dreaming of the dawn, that which shines will blind us all. Tiernan crafts with shard and steel, searching for the lost. Blinky flies beside him, a faithful friend at any cost. Miera weaves the storm and flame, magic wild, chaos untamed. Power churning, bright yet dire, she walks the edge of fate and fire. Radiant shadows dancing in the night, guided by the stars, taking up the fight. Through the darkest valleys to the highest peaks, standing by each other as the darkness speaks. Delgrim stalks where the wild things cry, a sharpened blade, a hunter's eye. Stranger to stars in the light of day, he hunts for the means to fell his prey. Grumpfel draws on death's domain, a good life's rest well earned, with Comet-Aeon's blessing, sharing the lessons learned. Bee's mind is a map of endless lore, a wizard's gaze at the arcane door. Her blood runs thick with a trauma past, she weave her spell as the clock turns back. Radiant shadows dancing in the night, guided by the stars, taking up the fight. Through the darkest valleys to the highest peaks, standing by each other as the darkness speaks. Blinding gold and shattered crowns, lies that weigh and pull us down. A light too bright, a fate too tall, that which shines will blind us all. Radiant shadows dancing in the night, guided by the stars, taking up the fight. Through the darkest valleys to the highest peaks, together they will stand as the darkness speaks. In the land of Peldorn, their epic tale is spun, a story still unfolding, a battle not yet won. Radiant shadows dancing in the night, guided by the stars, taking up the fight. Radiant shadows, can you hear the call? That which shines will blind us all.
Actually, she is the boss of us. She's literally Button Mummy.
Yeah, she is.
We compete for her attention when we're on the BRB screen.
Thank you, Button Mummy. No, I don't even want to say that again like that. That was...
Oh, it's live, so she can always pick
Saz, tell me you've got a marker in for that. Tell me that there is a marker
Oh,
in for that,
fucking-
please. Thank you. Thank you.
Ugh.
And that's
Keep
why I
going.
don't fly Peldorn Airlines anymore.
Yeah, well, shit. Hey!
Nothing beats a Peldorn holiday.
Peldorn A, thank you.
Yeah, that would be maybe we need to
Eldorne.
make holiday commercials for Peldor.
Oh, I got Skeeter and Cooper ready for that.
You're gonna get...
Travel Peldorn A.
All right. Hey, thank you very much for hanging out with us tonight. If you're still here, you're choosing
And
to
if
spend
you
your
are,
time
why?
with us, and time is like the most valuable thing you have. So thank you so much for choosing to spend it here. We missed an announcement at the very beginning, and with that, I'm going to throw it over to Pro.
Oh. Cool.
Yeah, because you did something, Promethean, and you put it onto the internet,
You did.
Promethean.
Oh,
We all saw it.
yeah. Wait.
Fucking hell,
The
dude.
penny drops.
Yeah.
Pre-saved it.
Listen, I've done lots of things on and off the internet, and not all of them are safe to talk about on the Meeples and Dragons channel, where I have to behave myself most of the time. So I'm going to assume that we're referring to a new little song that exists out in the world.
Oh, I was thinking
That
of the other
thing.
thing, but the song is cool. Yeah.
Oh, fuck. What was the other thing?
The calendar. Anyway, don't worry about that.
The calendar was just for you, Hamish.
Well, I thought it was...
Grumpfel
Anyway, the
is-
song.
Grumpfel
Focus
is
on the
Mr.
song.
February
Hey,
because that's
listen.
Valentine's month.
New song, which is an old song. So the song specifically that Delgrim sang in the place. When
Very
he was,
descriptive.
yes, in the Fey court to try
Yeah.
and make the try and make Lesserania sad enough to just give them the moon in the first instance, after which he was turned into a slug for his hubris. But now exists as a thing. You can listen to it. It's there.
It's
and
fucking awesome.
enjoy it or don't.
Dude.
It's up to you.
I mean, really, let's be honest. This is the song that killed Delgrim.
This is the song that killed fucking Delgrim. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
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 And like, strangely, the entire song is about, like, you know, the death of truly so many people in his home, and their subsequent exodus from that place.
Amazing.
You know, enjoy.
And with that, when's the rest of the soundtrack coming? Look, it's a slow burn. It's a slow burn. Hey, it is now evening as our heroes prepare to join the rest of the crew for dinner. Is there anything that the crew that you guys are wanting to do in preparation before you all make your way down to the dining room?
Can we bathe anywhere? Is that a thing?
The ocean.
I
There,
don't wanna
there
bathe
would
in
be there would be
Like our
different
bucket?
places to kind of, it would be like a almost like effectively a sponge bath.
Yeah,
Because
great. I'm sponge
yeah.
bathing.
Yeah. So you would be able to kind of do sort of, it's not terribly effective, but it's going to stop you from smelling truly rancid.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna wash my hair. I'm gonna be nice and as fresh and clean as I can be.
Amazing. Excellent. What about anybody else? No?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So you all make your way to the dining room to find all of the crew except for Lionette downstairs. As you enter the room, you see everyone is kind of dressed up. They're out of their kind of their crew clothes, and it is this cornucopia of color. The triplets have all got on these very garish, deep purple and blue tunics. Quincy has just got on this a bright red dress as she's sort of hovering in the middle of the air. Angelique is wearing yet another outfit which is similar to the other one. It's just cinched boobs everywhere, flower in her hair. Gilly is still wearing her coat of buckles and colors and everything. Douglas is wearing close to almost what looks like a tux in some respects, but maybe not a super great one. But it seems like this is maybe not an event, but they've definitely kind of showing a little bit of their individual flair. And as you come in, Gilly stands up and says, "Please make yourselves at home. Find a seat amongst the crew here." And you notice that there are no seats that, like, every seat is between a couple of the members of the crew.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you cannot sit together, almost as if they're trying to kind of mix you all up amongst the other people. Come in, have a seat. There's some wine already, and you can see there's already multiple bottles of wine. On the table itself, you can see there's various loaves of bread. There's a whole bunch of cheeses. There's a whole lot of like dried fruits. You can see some grapes. There's already quite a layout of food there.
I heard cheese and I got really excited.
Yeah. I fucking knew it.
There's like one wheel of cheese and that's it.
Yeah.
Listen, I live by myself. Do you know how I never get to have cheese boards? Do you know how sad that is?
I've seen in real life how excited Emily gets about cheese, and not a word of that is a lie. I think Delgrim won't even wait for everyone to be seated at this point. Like, he'll work his way along the table and just kind of grab a bunch, like a selection of stuff, as he finds a seat. Then, is all the crew actually seated by the time we go in?
Yeah.
Are we going to have to select whomst we are seated betwixt?
Yeah.
How are we doing this?
That's what I mean. Like, there's literally like there's gaps between the crew. Again, like, it's very much set up intentionally so that you, as a group, you can't just kind of sit down one end of the table.
Yeah. Okay. I think if given the chance, then I think Delgrim would probably seat himself in between two of the triplets, if that's an option, because he likes their work ethic.
No, sure. Barry on Nix, you can sort of plop yourself in between. Gilly is the only one. She's at the very head of the table.
Tiernan will probably take a spot beside Angelique, as long as the other side is with Quincy.
No, Quincy's got a little seat all of her own, actually on the table, beside Gilly. Yep.
Then it doesn't. I just randomly sit either side of Angelique, seeing that's the main crew member I've had the most interaction.
She gives you a big smile when you sit down. Cool. What about Grumpfel? Where's Grumpfel trying to park?
He's going to sit between Ferkel and Burkle.
They're not at the table either.
Oh, okay.
Again, you can just sit somewhere
probably,
random. Like you don't need to call out anyone in particular if you don't
Yeah.
want to.
Probably closer to the head of the table near Gilly, but yeah, anywhere, don't mind.
Yep, so cool. And what about B? B, is there anyone in particular that you're sort of trying to target?
Well, I feel like if Bee's like bathing, she's probably gonna be last to arrive out of the group anyway.
Okay. Yep.
And when she does, I think she'll be a lot more dressed down than what anyone's probably used to seeing her. Like instead of wearing a big coat and stuff like that, and like her hair all nicely and done, I think she's just kind of wearing her like little blue blouse that she wears under, and like her pants and her shoes, and then her hair's kind of pulled all off her face. And she will just literally take whatever seat is left over. She doesn't really care.
You find yourself positioned between Douglas and one of the other triplets, Calitras. Once everyone is sort of seated, you can hear there's some low conversation going on. When you all come in, you get sort of random greetings from everyone until everyone is seated. Everyone's already kind of like picking at food and having a nibble and having a drink. And once you're all seated, Gilly picks up the glass in front of her and taps a little fork on the side of it. I just shut up everyone for a moment. I just wanted to have a little toast to kick off the dinner tonight. So if you wouldn't mind raising your glasses, please. And everyone picks up their glass, and she goes, I'd like to raise a glass to our new traveling companions. We're looking forward to an uneventful but hopefully very fun journey. We want to say welcome to new friends. Also, I'd like to take the moment to just have a little bit of a moment to think about those friends who've maybe left us. But we're here for a good time. So, to new friends and getting shit-faced. And she raises the glass, and the rest of the crew are like, new friends and getting shit-faced, and everyone knocks back their drink. The wine that is in front of you is infinitely better than the shit wine that you guys had from Angelique's tankard earlier. Gilly looks around at you all and goes, so, how's your first day been? I know a few of you have been around talking to people and seeing how the ship runs. It's good to see a little bit of curiosity about how we go about doing our jobs here. How's everybody else's first day been?
I have learned many things about the ship, but what I have not yet learned is tell me of Mast. Mast is an entire tree. This is very strange, is it not?
Look, I mean, it is something that's a little bit unusual, but it's what makes the Oakenhome such a special trip, such a special ship. You see, that mast is my home. And if it's not apparent to you, I don't know how knowledgeable you all are, but I'm actually a dryad. And so my home is in the tree. The whole ship is part of this living, breathing home that I've made, which is why it makes the Oakenhome so special. I only let certain people on board.
Well, thank you for allowing us into your home, Gilly.
Look, you're very welcome. It's why Angelique was like, please don't sit any nails into this ship, because, like, be like sticking nails into my head in some respects.
Your pardon for that. I did not realize it.
It's fine. I wasn't very clear about it when I first let you all on board, but to be fair, I didn't expect anybody to come on board wanting to stick nails into anything, so... but it's fine. Look, you asked, the questions were answered, it's all good. How about the rest of you? B, I know that you're up the top having a little bit of a drink. How you feeling? Hope you're not too dehydrated from being out under the sun all day.
No, I think I'm fine. Had a really nice bath too. That was nice.
Oh, nice.
No, I've kind of done this trip before, so you know, it's okay.
I'm sorry you've done this trip before.
Well, not this specific trip on this specific boat, but I've traveled from the Empire up to Wildport before. So I guess I'm just doing the same thing in reverse.
Right, so you're from the Empire. That's really interesting. I've never actually traveled with anyone from the Empire. Generally, people leave and don't try and go back. I mean, there's a few back at Wildport who I know are from the Empire who like do a little bit of smuggling and stuff, but
Yeah.
no, I'm not going to ask why you're going back because really, honestly, it's not my business. But look, I hope the trip back that way is more fun than the trip you had coming the other way.
It sounds like it's going to be a lot shorter, so even better.
Well, look, I mean, it might be sure, it might not. It just kind of depends on a number of factors. But I can guarantee that no matter what happens, it'll be a lot more fun than the trip you had coming back this way.
Oh, I can
You-
absolutely guarantee that's the case.
I'm looking forward to it.
As long as you don't drop your cargo at the first sign of the Empire, we'll be fine.
Oh, no, no, no. Look, I mean, the thing is, when the Empire comes along, we're fine. We can either outrun them or we've got a couple little tricks if their naughty little boats try to come along and board us. It's fine.
Where are you pursued?
It's fine. It's all good. How are you?
Where are you pursued be when you fled the Empire? How did you even? Did you hide on a ship as stowaway? Did you pay a large amount of money because you're secretly very wealthy? What?
Delgrim, I think I love your questions, and I think they're really nice and great and stuff. And I think we can absolutely talk about those further. But do you know what? Wow, I'm so hungry. I feel like I would better answer these questions on a full stomach in a more open air space.
Hey,
I would
don't-
like to
don't-
roll an insight check on that to determine exactly what flavor of fuckery that is.
Whilst you're doing that, Delgrim, a quick question for you. What are you doing with your eyes these days?
At the here,
He's got a cool pair of
Did-
sunglasses.
Did he get to keep him as a memento?
he hasn't
Oh,
put
wait.
much thought to it at this point, so he's only been realived for a matter of, I guess, hours at this point. Yeah.
Didn't we say about like that cloth?
Yeah, it's there as an option, but he genuinely hasn't thought about it. So he'll just have his whole ass void eyes out in the world.
He's
Okay,
got his
cool.
ass and his void eyes out.
Mhm.
That's crazy.
Wow, assless chaps. Okay, cool. What was your insight check?
It doesn't matter.
Oh well, here's the good news.
It was a
you,
3.
You probably won't need one because she's not very good at like this specific thing. She's trying to be obvious with you, right? So
Yeah.
like she's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
trying to hide what she means, which is basically like happy to talk about it, but we're in a room full of people I don't know.
Fair.
At which stage Quincy will go, "Hey, you're making her feel really awkward. What's going on with your eyes?"
Wow, Quincy, you can't just ask people what's going on with their eyes.
Oh no, you can by going, "Hey, what's going on with your eyes?" I mean, he's sitting there and his eyes are like really weird.
Look, it is fine, but also you're a small flying creature with strange voice, so I'm not only weird one at this table. I died and came back and my eyes were gone and replaced with whatever it is you see. in
Right, so you
place of
don't
them.
actually know what that actually is.
Not entirely, no.
Can you see? Can you see me? Can you see me?
In a sense, yes. In one very specific sense. It's more I can feel. you.
Right. That sounds inappropriate, but okay. And look, I'm not weird. I'm a pixie. Does that help?
It does, but also, and in present company, this may be not exactly a polite thing to say, but I will point out that we have had very recent bad dealings with many fey creatures. So,
Why?
mostly because of my poor decision making.
What poor decisions did you make? And Gilly goes, look, Quincy, maybe just ease back on some of these. It's the first day. Maybe we just have a nice but I want to.
No, it's absolutely fine. It's refreshing to have conversation with someone who's willing to be honest and just say things that they think and feel.
Right, okay, so what was the dumb decision that you made?
Many of dumb decisions I personally, individually made. I decided I was smarter and better than Lessorania, and I was not. And subsequently, I made a deal in which I had to offer the life of myself or one of my friends here, and obviously I could not choose my friends, so I had to choose myself, and thus I died. And then my friends, who were very kind, brought me back to life somehow. Very interesting time. I wasn't there, obviously, and when I come back, my eyes had changed like this, they tell me.
When you mention Lesserania's name, Gilly, Angelique, and Quincy all look decidedly uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And Quincy goes, "Oh, why? Oh my god, why did you make any deals with Lesserania? That's like one of truly the most stupid things anybody can do."
Because someone wanted the moon, and Delgrim will look over at Gilly, and I was determined to get it.
Quincy looks at Gilly, and Gilly's like, "Oh, look, look, to be fair, I was drunk, and I just kind of wanted you to leave me alone. So I said go and get the moon because I didn't actually think anybody would be silly enough to go and get the moon. But
Really irresponsible to blame
have you
your
met
actions.
Grumpfel? No, Delgrim?
yeah,
It's also, yeah, what Grumpfel said, but also like it's really irresponsible of you to blame your actions on alcohol. You should learn to control yourself better.
well, look, I'm literally sitting here saying I made like maybe not the greatest call, but also, you agreed to it.
Yeah,
So
it's not your fault, Gilly. I do
no,
not.
I don't feel like it's my fault either. I feel kind of bad that you died because that was not my intention.
Yeah, that's
But-
on your hands now, I guess.
No,
No.
this is only on my
Guys,
hands.
I'm joking. It was a joke.
Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, and Quincy goes, right. Well, look, look, I just want to say we've all made some choices here, and some were regrettable and some were beneficial. And like I said, you basically, I am your captain for as long as you want. Anytime, even once I've taken you to the Empire, if you ever need me in any capacity, considering what you've done, holy fuck, you brought me the fucking moon from Lacerania. I will take you wherever you need to.
I know.
I am your captain. This crew is your crew.
And I will try not to exploit this too much in your disfavor, because it's genuinely kind service that you have provided. Dying along the way, look, perhaps I learned something from that.
And look, to be fair, you look pretty good for someone who's died. Apart from, and Quincy goes, yeah, apart from the absolutely fucking terrifying eyes.
And I think at this point, like, Delgrim will probably look to Tiernan and Grumpfel a little bit. How bad is it exactly? Is this making you uncomfortable?
It's pretty bad.
Truthfully, I hadn't even noticed.
Wow, fuck my opinion, I guess.
So Gilly, your offer of us to utilize this ship whenever. Look, I'd like to offer my abilities as a healer to the crew. Should anything befall them while they're on board, the best. It's just me that hot in here. I can help wherever we can. Quite help. This is
Look,
good wine.
Grumpfel, I appreciate your offer of help. Anything that any assistance you want to provide me and the crew, I will gladly take it. We haven't had a healer on board for quite some time, so it'll be truly wonderful.
Well,
look-
Gilly, if you don't mind me asking, is there any easy way to get in contact with you for the future?
Any easy way to get in contact with me? No, not really.
Okay. Well, you just offered to assist in a
I did.
further endeavor, so I'm just wondering, is there any way to find?
You can. Not that I'm aware of. I'm just captain of a boat.
Okay.
Would you always be in Wildport if I do? And what do you mean we, Tiernan? This is situation between me and Gilly. It has nothing to do with you. Would you always be in Wildport if you're not out on open sea?
Well, I mean,
I'm
Wild-
sure.
Wildport's kind of like our home port, if that's what you're meaning, sure. But I mean, more often than not, we're going to be out and about because, you know, we've got to make a little bit of money, and also just sitting around at Wildport can get a bit boring.
I'm sure Delgrim would we'd be able to get a message to them.
Delgrim's eyes will tear up again just a little bit.
There is more than one way to send that message to.
Excellent. This is very good to know.
Right,
But-
I'm not sure if I understand what you're talking about, but I mean, if
It's
you've got
not
some kind
important.
of special way of getting me a message, look, like I said, I'm more than happy. You say the word, and we'll do our best to come and help out. But I mean, you've also got to realize that I'm on a boat, and if you're like somewhere up in the middle of the Rendarian Empire, and I happen to be down like near like the bottom of Southern Peldorn or something like that, you know, floating around Canterwell or something, I'm not just going to be able to like bloop, come all the way up instantaneously. So, like, I'll definitely be like I'll come up and stuff, but you know, I'm a captain of a ship. I'm not a fucking wizard.
What I'm hearing is we need to find a way to make your boat fly.
I mean, look, that would be pretty damn cool, but if I ever find a way to make the boat fly, I mean, 100% here for it. But I mean, if you can't, I'm still here to do whatever I can. I mean, look, when we get to the Empire, even if you need me to just kind of hang around for a little bit, you know, maybe there's probably ways that I can inconspicuously float around in the oceans up there and just hope like fuck no one finds me until you guys decide that you need me again. But just be aware that I might also need to just bugger off so nobody comes and tries to sink my precious little boat.
You could make your boat fly, although you really wouldn't want the attention.
Tiernan, you can assist with this, yes? This is something that you and your people might have excellent familiarity with.
Quincy goes, oh no, he's gonna make the boat walk on the land like the stupid place he comes from. That's the stupid idea. Why would a boat need to walk
It's
on the
not
land?
stupid. Imagine
Why?
if you had, Gilly, imagine if you had flying boat. Anyone else come along and be like, oh my god, you got amazing flying boat. You could just immediately say, fuck off, get your own boat. Just like that.
Look, it wouldn't be the first time I've said fuck off and get your own boat, but I think still, I'm open to the idea. I just want to be very careful about what you do with the boat because the boat is my home. So
It was just a thought. It is actually possible, but I think I've garnered enough attention from Karthapal at this point in time, so I wouldn't want to endanger your home, Gilly.
and look, I appreciate that, but I mean, if you do come up with a way to do something which does not endanger, you know, my boat or anything like that, I'm all ears. Anyway, look, whilst we're talking a little bit shop before we all just really get stuck into this lovely wine and we get into this wonderful food, where exactly do you want us to go? Because like, there's a couple of options in regards to where we can take you. I know you're trying to go north. I know you're trying to get to the Empire, but you know, going to the Empires comes with a few risks. There's the blockades that the Empire runs, which can be a little bit dodgy to get through.
I'm just gonna be super transparent. Like, my magic is arcane of nature. So if you know anything about the Empire, you know that's not a super great thing.
Right, I do. But also, I do want to draw any attention to this. I've also noticed something else about you, B, as well. And she very quickly glances down at your hands.
Yeah. Yep.
So, I mean, really, how much of an issue is it for you?
Wait a minute. Do any of us notice, like, if they're having the conversation, surely we're watching this. Do we notice this? Can we
Make
notice this?
make a perception check to see if you know the quickest flicker of her eyes.
I fucking will, and it will be as Delgrim is lifting up his head in an effort to make people feel less uncomfortable around him. He will he'll start re-wearing then the very light kind of piece of material with the cute little sunflowers embedded on it across his eyes. A perception check, you say?
Yep. For anyone who feels it's appropriate for
That
it.
is not fucking 20.
Ooh. Tiernan, Grumpfel, if you feel it's appropriate.
I don't know why I
23.
roll.
23.
I don't know
23.
why I roll.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Look, I mean, Grumpfel and Delgrim, absolutely. You'd notice Gilly's eyes flick down very briefly to B's hands.
Why wouldn't it be a problem for B?
Don't know. Maybe you should ask B.
B,
Do you know
why wouldn't it be
what?
a problem?
Here's the thing. I think once again, I haven't really been like, yeah, we've all been kind of traveling together for a bit, but I think it would be really nice if maybe the four of us later this evening, maybe we could meet out on the deck and just like have a nightcap together and clear any questions we might have then.
Well, okay. You're sort of the guide for us when we go into the Empire. So,
And
yeah,
on
anything
that,
we should know.
on that note, is there anywhere perhaps to answer Gilly's question we should avoid specifically?
I need to be really clear. Like, I haven't, I'm not like the Empire expert. I've been to very specific places in the Empire, some of which I spent some scholarly time at, and I say this in a way to hopefully hint at the fact that they all know that I studied at the Consortium, because I've told them at this point in time.
Mhm. Yeah.
There's definitely a place that I've been to where when I made my first trip over, that's kind of where I left from. Yeah. And then there's, a small town that I'd rather not visit, but that's inland, so that's fine.
That answers that question then, so I don't need to ask it. Okay, great. Yep, no, all good.
But when I did the reverse trip, I left from Mardovia. So, I mean, I don't think there's anyone that's going to care enough to be camping out there for me. But, with the nature of my magic, there's definitely some of those sniffy dogs that, frequent that area.
Angelique at this stage speaks up and goes, "Oh, the sniffy dogs, the spellhounds.
Yeah.
Yes, we've seen a few of those on
The Venator, right?
Yes, the Venator ships. We've encountered one or two of them in the past. Very pretty
3
dog.
or 4, 5.
Are any of you typically target of these spellhounds? Have you had to actually escape them in any way?
Really fast.
Gilly pipes up and goes, "Oh, I mean, from my crew, no. We have no issues with those. Like, I mean, we've been boarded once or twice by the Venator, and it's always, I mean,
Wait, what?
Yeah, because I mean, when you're trying to get through their
They
blockades,
can just board the ship?
Yeah. I mean, like, that's how they work. They'll
Fuck?
They'll chase you down sometimes, and they'll board the ship and they'll do a search. And if they think that there's anything in here untoward or shouldn't be coming into their...
Where am I supposed to hide if that happens?
Oh, look, I mean, we'll figure something out. But I mean, look, B. All I'm saying is
I'm not a good swimmer.
I've done the trip at least 5 times, and we've only been boarded like 2 or 3 times. So I mean,
Can I roll inside on that, please?
yeah, 100%.
Great.
I don't think being a swimmer is the problem. I think it's more of holding your breath.
21.
She seems to be being pretty honest. Yeah.
Okay, great.
She's like, I mean, it's like, I'm confident that in most cases we're kind of getting a bit more used to how the Venator work, and we're getting a bit more used to the oceans up there. So I reckon most of the time we can probably outrun them. And look, if they do board, we'll figure something out. We'll find a place to stash you away, or we'll do something to trick the hounds or something. Don't stress about it. I'm sure we've got something figured out.
Tell me about these hounds. How do I kill them?
Well, I mean, I've seen you've got like axes and stuff. I mean, they're just a giant fucking dog. I mean, just beat the shit
I've
out.
never tried. The problem is they have really good senses, and sometimes they'll see or smell or hear you before you even know they're there.
Look, they're imagine like you've I'm sure you've encountered situations with like bloodhounds and stuff like that. Like dogs have got an incredible sense of smell. These spellhounds are kind of a similar sort of thing, except they can just sniff out the arcane energies within a person.
Like the mole rats that we had in Narvel Lodge that we used to check unexplored areas of the caves. Yes.
Right, sure. I don't actually understand any of the words you just said, but sure, if you're using those as a comparison, that's fine. But I mean, they're just a dog. I'd be more concerned about the actual Vanatora on the ships themselves. Those bastards they're a tough bunch. But like you said, you seem capable, we're capable. I mean, worst comes to worst, there's just maybe a little bit of a scuffle.
Do you know what? It's gonna be fine. We don't even need to worry about it. It's gonna be absolutely fine. It's gonna be great.
Absolutely fine.
B absolutely finishes the rest of her drink as she says it.
It'll be fine. See,
Straight down the gullet.
B's already completely on board with this, so it's not going to be. But look, I'm sure that I appreciate that there is some concern. So I'm just saying there's some options. So one option is that we could try and go for Mordovia, which is probably the most kind of logical. It's just on the northern side of the Fractured Isles. It would mean needing to go around, which would take significantly longer, and that's where the blockades are. But I mean, again, I'm sure we can pull that off. The other option is that we just take you to Castle Sham, which is on the southern side. So it would mean that you would need to actually travel by land into the Empire itself. Well, that might be safer. They still have some of the patrols around Castle Sham, though, because they're conscious that sometimes people try to sneak in that way. I mean, look, we can always make things super interesting and just try and go through the Fractured Isles themselves. I mean, haven't done it before. Could be quite an adventure. It's always a choice.
No, we're not going to do the thing for the first time.
I mean, look, I'm just
Fractured
saying.
Isles.
Sorry, what was that?
Is the Fractured Isles dangerous or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the Fractured Isles, it's so. How do I explain this?
Tiernan, have you ever seen like something falling from the ceiling?
No.
Like, have you ever seen someone throw a piano out a window?
Not a piano. But I've seen something blast up and come back down. Well,
yeah, and like you have to dodge out of the way
yes.
because it's going to kill you.
Okay.
That's the Fractured Isles.
Well,
Just
The Isles are
consistently-
falling from the sky to kill us.
Well,
No,
I mean,
like you cannot escape the danger.
Well, I mean, look, to be fair, if you're really good, you can. I know there's a couple of captains who have gone through it. Like, I mean,
What's
that's
the most
certainly-
dangerous thing you've ever escaped?
What's the most dangerous thing we've ever escaped? I mean,
Mhm.
we had like 3 of the Vanator ships on our tail once, and we went to them. That was
Okay.
fun. But look, I mean, I'm just saying that, like, going through the Isles. I mean, if you make sure that you avoid anything that's falling, and then there's also the terrible wailing that goes on inside the Fractured Isles as well. I mean, there's I've heard there's maybe some other shit in there as well. But look, I mean, it's all an adventure, right? Could be fun.
What's the advantage of going through the Shattered Isles?
Well, if you go through the Fractured Isles, the Vanator do not follow you. So if you go through and you can get to the other side, it basically sticks you right beside Mordovia, and then you can just, like, jump off the bolt there, and boom, congratulations, you're in the Empire.
How is that any different from going around?
Well, I mean, if you go around, there's a lot more of the ships from the Empire there because only stupid people go through. Everybody else goes round. So they set up all of their blockades around to try and catch anybody who's going in and out. Because, of course, they don't want people going in and out, especially any of those arcane people, because they might be like, they might have someone who's infected with the mage rot who's leaving, and then it's going to infect the rest of the world, or going the other way. It's all just a bit fucking weird and stuff. But either way, we can drop you off in Castle Sham, which is beforehand. You got to go over land, which is a choice, or we can try and go through, which is again a choice, or we can go round, which is again a choice.
I've been actively trying in very recent time, specifically since I was brought back from having actually died, to make better life choices. I do not wish to put you and, as you say, your home in any specific danger unnecessarily, Gilly. And I think Grumpfel, Tiernan, and B, correct me if I am wrong, but I think we have already discussed heading to Castle Sham and trying to be sneaky with getting into Empire itself.
Yeah.
It does ring a bell. I'm just trying to remember. Where in the Empire were we? What was our destination in the Empire again?
Mountains. Great question for the DM. What? There was a specific location that had been mentioned as in the Empire for a potential location
shines.
for the Solari, right? Solari, is that even right?
Talera.
Yeah, the
So
Solari.
in regards to the Solara, the terribly generic thing was potentially somewhere within the Arathan Mountain range, which basically stretches west to east of the entire continent.
Great.
Yep. But there was also the location that Aloysius told you about.
The Estelian Circle. Oh no, that's an organization.
That's an organization. So Aloysius had told you that the
Soulforge.
last group of Dawn Dreamers that were sent to the Empire were sent to Forjat which is the village where potentially the old witch Reluka Valasu was in, who might know of the location of where the Estelian Circle or something is.
Yeah, okay.
Where in relation to Castle Sham is that place? Like, is it, if we went to Moldovia, is it really much of a shortcut?
Are you asking Gilly?
The table.
Would I know the answer to this?
Make a history roll for me.
Sure. That's a 19.
Okay. Bad time to eat a peanut M&M.
Just swallow it.
There's no bad time to eat a peanut M&M. What are you talking about?
Love peanut M&Ms. They're so
They are the
good.
best.
Yeah.
It's the thing.
Those and the crispy ones.
No, not the Christmas.
So
Thank you, Saz. Can I be Button Mummy's favorite? Thank you. Thanks.
what the fuck? So B, with that history check, you recall the information that Aloysius gave you. No idea about the village. Does not sound anything vaguely familiar. But what he did say that it was located on the shores of the Umbra Suf Lake in the shadows of the Soul Forge.
Mm-hmm.
The Soul Forge is a small mountain range that basically separates Mardovia from the Empire to the independent states to the south. So going from Castle Sham, you would actually basically have to find a pass through the Soul Forge to get up to Mardovia. So either way is comparatively close. Getting to Mardovia, it would be easier to get to this lake that this thing talks about. You've got a roughish kind of idea of
So
where.
Mardovia is the easier route. Like from there to lake, which is where we want to go.
So the choice
Excellent.
is whether or not we take the easier sea route and the harder land route, or vice versa.
So, like, at this point, there's gonna be difficulties no matter what. And, like, completely putting aside the fact that we're at sea and we've got to avoid Vanator and we've got to go to the Empire and all of these different things, like, there's so much. If we want the easiest route from when we leave the boat, or not easiest, but most direct, I guess, or quicker route from when we leave the boat to when we get to where we need to go, it's probably going to be Madovia.
If you're comfortable with this, B, then this is where we go.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not comfortable with it. But also, I'm not arrogant enough to believe that I'm that important. Like, it's not like someone's gonna be sitting on the banks waiting for my arrival. Like, I don't think I'm that important.
Yes, but at the same time, we don't want to unnecessarily.
The
danger.
consortium is a different story. If we fuck, if we step,
Did B just break?
yeah. B says that, and then she freaks out and has a drink.
B.
Well, does anyone have any ideas? Hypothetically, if we do get boarded by the how do you pronounce it?
Vanator.
The Vanator. What tricks do we have about them?
What is it that makes them so dangerous?
They're super fast. Like, you can't really outrun them.
I mean,
The spellhounds, you can't.
No,
Outrun them.
spellhounds are super fast, and I mean, to be fair, also, I mean, you're on a boat, so it's not like you can just kind of like run away from them. Plus,
No.
also to be fair, like the actual people who are on the boats, the Vanator themselves, basically are a group who are specifically trained to hunt down and kill people who use arcane magic. So I mean, if the rest of you'd be fine for the most part. Might be a bit uncomfortable. They might tell you to bugger off if they thought you're trying to do something dodgy. But be here. Well, look, I mean, it depends on how good B is at talking her way out of situations. If she's got certain connections with certain groups, which she might have just mentioned, I mean, perhaps they might not know
Oh no.
if you're still like officially with them or not, B.
Okay, wait.
What did we hide? What did we hide you, B?
That was the original plan, to hide both Miera and B. B, to your point before, we have already lost one friend recently. I have no intention of losing another. In this way, you are important.
Wait,
Please,
am I your friend?
please understand this.
Yes, indeed.
Secondly,
Oh, Grumpfel.
perhaps the attention of this Vanator then on B, Tiernan, is the thing that we use to our advantage if we find ourselves in an altercation. We are just innocent, non-arcane people just hanging out. Oh, we had no idea. And then absolutely just end the life of anyone who threatens one of our friends or more. That is one option. Another option is we also know someone in the consortium. Yes?
You do?
In the A consortium.
There's more than one?
We just need to find a way to reach into an entirely different universe and bring them to us. Then
Oh,
we
that's
have...
easy. I can do that.
What?
I'm joking.
B, I thought you had solved truly so many of our problems in that moment.
No, sorry. I was joking.
Well, I'm also a little bit concerned regarding the whole arcane magic sniffing. I'm not inherently arcane. I just utilize the power of the shard. But that being said, B, I can create a subspace to completely conceal you in. It only leaves behind a rope, but it's
A rope?
this is literally we're on a ship with a heaps amount
Yeah,
of
just put me
rigging,
in the crow's nest. It'll be
and we could
fine.
literally just conceal the rope. Sort of like a little bit of a rope trick. You climb up the
Great.
rope into a subspace for an hour.
And
Yeah.
while we're out wandering on the continent, we can just put the rope underneath the hat. The problem is solved. B, you just hide in hat entire
only-
time.
Yes,
It only
indeed.
lasts an hour.
That's a good one to keep under your hat.
1 hour is going to be enough. We see spellhounds, we see this Venator. B, you hide in this, what do you call it, Tiernan? This sub...
Delgrim, I love
stack.
the idea of that, but also, when's the last time you washed your hair?
Why would I wash my hair?
Okay. I think the crow's nest is a really good option.
The other option I did have up my sleeve was I can create an air bubble around your head, and literally you jump off the ship and just hang on to the underside of the ship for a few hours.
A few hours?
Tiernan, this all sounds like very useful things that you could have done at any given time that we're in any number of dangerous situations where these things would have been very helpful. Why
You know what,
are
that
we
sounds
sharing
really
this
cool.
now?
When would an air bubble been very helpful, Delgrim?
In the swamp? Would have
In the
been-
tower full of water
the
that
tower
we were
full of
swimming
water,
through.
correct?
That lovely little boat that time.
Hold on, we're not
Um,
going to dogpile on Tiernan. Everyone just settle down. These both sound like really good options. I think either of them work. It will just, I guess, depend on the circumstances. We're also assuming that we're going to get boarded by the Venator, which, I like to positively think. And if we could just manifest that that's not going to happen, then that would be the thing. So, we
And
go
see,
to...
that's just it. I mean, and Gilly will interrupt. She's like, that's just it. Like, I am quite possibly one of the best captains, and this is one of
Okay,
the
Gilly,
best
we get it.
crews.
You're the best captain.
Exactly.
But, like, Mardovia is where we go to, right? So we'll go there. I'm going to hate every second of it, but we're going to do it. Because, like I said, this is way bigger than me. And we're just going to have to, like, get out of there as quickly as possible.
Quincy goes, hey, why do you even want to go there?
We're saving the world.
Yeah,
so
sure,
dangerous.
that.
What?
We're saving the world.
Saving the world? Saving the world from what?
Hey,
Some-
Quincy, look at this! And I
What?
point at something random. Yep, great.
So anyway, like you're saying, what are you saving the world from?
Something very bad.
Like what?
Well,
We're
you
not allowed to talk
you're
about
you're
it.
never caught in a position where you're saving the world from something good. So, yes,
Oh, I
not-
mean, good's relative, to be fair.
This is
none of
very
my
true.
relatives are good.
Whoa.
Oh, Grumpfel, tell us more.
Wow. Sounds like there's some trauma there. We'll touch on that later on.
At least
I can relate, Grumpfel. My brother is a bit of a bastard.
I was joking. I'm sorry about
So-
your brother.
What I'm hearing is really you just don't want to say, but you're trying to do something really like epic and
Oh, no.
amazing to save the
Wait.
world.
We're not allowed to say. We're part of
Okay.
secret organization whose entire existence is trying to save the world.
Okay, that sounds
And-
really
and-
exciting. I'm super
and-
interested. Can I join the organization?
Mm,
It requires learning a secret handshake. No.
we're not in charge of recruitment, so I don't know that I can answer this question.
Okay.
But if you go into the middle of the sea at the dead of the night with no one else following you, no.
That sounds like
um,
you're just trying to get rid of me now.
It was a joke, okay?
Oh,
Quincy,
okay.
you,
Someone-
would have to, you
someone-
would have to leave the boat.
That was kind of
someone-
funny.
Someone
Well,
has
so-
asked us to head north to retrieve or look for something, and they've asked us not to discuss it.
Okay.
But I thank you for your curiosity. A lot of people these days don't ask questions.
Do any of the rest of you have questions?
Yeah, otherwise, I think. Can we eat yet?
Douglas, who has been sitting very quietly, goes, "Yeah, I have a question."
Hold up. When you say sitting, this is the centaur, right?
No. Douglas is the
Douglas is the himbo.
Oh,
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
Douglas is
Okay.
Big guy.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
centaur's not here, so you don't have to explain
Yeah.
how they're seated. You fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, noted.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, good.
I've got a question.
Mm.
Can we eat food now? I'm hungry.
This
Yeah,
is a
I
great
agree.
question. Food.
Yeah, it smells delicious.
Gilly
Really?
turns and goes, Brackle, do you want to bring out the food now? Sounds like we've reached a decision on where we're going. Let's just eat food and get drunk. The door to the kitchen explodes open, and out steps Freckle and Brackle, holding 2 large platters of food. On one of them is a massive bowl. On the other one is this mountain of like what looks like little rolls. They come out and puts it on the table, and you can see in the big bowl appears to be like a fish chowder. And the rolls are small, like spiced sugar rolls. And
This is the two-headed dude, isn't it?
Dinner is served. I'll bring out some more stuff in a minute. There's plates there. Help yourself.
Hamish, if I
Tiernan's-
may.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, John. You
It's
go.
all good. Tiernan's just absolutely staring at this two-headed creature, eyes fully open, just going.
One of the heads looks at you and just like a little like uncomfortable eye contact.
Do you
Don't, just fucking don't, mate. Bad choice. No,
I'm just curious.
no. Right, we're gonna go and get some more stuff, and they go back into.
Wait, before you go.
What?
I have one thing to tell you. 2 things to tell you. 1, you can never have too much nutmeg. 2, you're not over salting it. It's just other ingredients adding salt taste over top of salt already salting.
You can almost see both heads. Like they simultaneously look at each other as if to go, haha, I'm right. And as you finish talking, they're like, and as they turn and go into the kitchen, like this argument fucking kicks off as they just bicker away.
Which is perfect because as that's kind of happening, I'm going to cast message one at a time to each of my companions.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to say, immediately following dinner, we're meeting at the back of the ship, have the discussions we need to have, and also just hang out for a bit. And that's it. This is the end of the message.
Delgrim will subtly nod.
So, with that, people start getting food and everything. Is there anything else that the group is wanting to do over the course of this meal?
Eat.
Eating and drinking.
Yeah.
Drinking?
Yeah, Tiernan's probably gonna have a couple of drinks too.
Okay.
5
many?
drink Tiernan.
5 drink Tiernan. 5 drink Tiernan.
Tiernan.
And then 6 drink Tiernan.
No.
8 drink
Like,
Tiernan.
that's the actual chant that Delgrim will start around the table. Will be like, 5 drink Tiernan. 5 and so on and so forth.
Quincy will be the first to
I
join
was-
in with that. 5 drink Tiernan. 5 drink Tiernan. I don't know what this means. 5 drink Tiernan.
I'm imagining it ends up like that muddled whispers game where as it goes around and people join in, especially Quincy, like the word 5 drink Tiernan changes to other words and everyone's just shouting random stuff that sounds
5
like it.
sink Tiernan. 5 of the crew members get up, toss him overboard.
So, everyone who is drinking in excess,
Mm-hmm.
I would like you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Grumpfel is not drinking. in
That's fine.
excess.
So I'm giving
Yeah,
it
He's
to
drink-
drinking.
Use this
He's
time.
drinking in Oakenhome.
Whoa, that's real good.
9.
Grumpfel is just taking it easy.
19.
Okay. Tina?
She can
18.
drink.
Okay. Look.
Con save you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So not 18. 21.
Okay. Tiernan and
Nice.
B holding their booze well. Delgrim, you
I just died.
yeah,
Come
I was
on.
going to say you're not sure, but for some reason the alcohol is getting to you more
We're all just carrying Delgrim
than it normally
like a
would. So
princess.
as you get towards the time where you're all sort of planning on heading upstairs, Delgrim, you're not absolute. It's up to you actually how drunk you think you would let yourself get.
Listen, if there's one thing that Delgrim and I share, truly, it is a lack of self-control. And I think he would just... I think he's gone through some shit, and he's sad, and I think he will get truly deeply into his cups, and I think dying has probably properly physically altered him in some way, and yeah, he's gonna get a little bit messy.
Okay. The rest of the crew 100% is drinking and drinking hard. Like after about the hour mark, there is like songs are started. You now have got a bunch of new best friends. As people who drink a lot, it's like, oh man, I love you.
You're my
Is
favorite
that
little
Quinn? Is that
tiny
Quincy?
one.
Is that Quincy
Quincy-
talking to Tiernan?
Quincy will actually at some stage will fly over to you, Tiernan, and it'll become like you're like, hey, Tiernan, I just want to say that like I know that you said that I was being rude before, and I wasn't, but I think this is where I meant to say I'm sorry. So I'm sorry. I don't think you're stupid. That's it.
Quincy, I think you've drunk a little bit too much.
Oh, maybe. So what? Does that mean I shouldn't say sorry? Okay,
No,
I do
just
think
don't drink and fly home, mate.
I'm flying already. Coming in for landing. And plump on this little round chubby pixie just sort of plumps on the table, and she's like, hey Angelique, can I get another drink, please? With that, you get to the stage where you decide to head up onto the deck. The rest of the crew is more than happy to let you guys go up there. No one seems to be terribly concerned that you're all wanting to kind of make your way up there by yourself. So with that, you head up onto the deck. Now, Delgrim, during the day, being up on the deck was uncomfortable and continued to get uncomfortable. The longer you were up there under the sun, the worse it felt.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as you go upstairs, you go up into the night sky, and the first thing that you realize is that you can see everything. No longer is your vision restricted, your ability to sense to a certain point. You can see the stars above. You can see the moon up high in the sky. Everything is more pronounced, more in focus than you have ever experienced in your life. The last time you remember feeling this comfortable was when you were deep below the gloom wrought. Previously, when you were out at night, it was dark, so there was a little bit more comfortable. But there was still that sense of like openness. Where now, where during the day that openness was intimidating and exposing, now it feels natural. Now it feels like almost like your home.
Do any of you feel that? It's like night sky in its entirety. Is beautiful, safe little blanket keeping me warm and comfortable. Do you all feel warm and comfortable? Do you want some of my night sky blanket?
The night sky. You know what it reminds me of?
What Grumpfel does night sky remind you of?
The sparkling reminds me of crystals in the caves of Sphazina and of the cavern which we found as Madonna. Just the way the light plays off the crystals reminds me of the twinkling stars above. It is a wondrous sight.
As Madonna was a fun time. Oh, B, what that? B didn't know. We had to fight. We had to go inside. Fucked up mind of dragon, so old and not even dragon anymore. Just giant crystal at the bottom of cave. We had to go into its mind and fight it. And Tiernan nearly died, but then did really cool things. It was amazing. It's very good. Grumpfel, you found the book there?
Yes, that's where I found my book.
And the pretty mural with the large people and the old time. It is a simpler time, and everyone was there. Except for you, B. You weren't there, but it'd be cool if you were there. That you would have fun.
I'm
Sounds
sure.
like you guys have done some really cool stuff.
You would have liked as Madonna, B.
We have, and we will. By all means, do not feel like an outsider. You are a part of our group. We will do cool things with you. We will.
No, I don't feel like an outsider.
We intend to return to Esmeralda, and we will take you with us for sure.
Holy
I
shit.
don't feel like an outsider, for the record.
good.
I
Good.
don't. I just, you guys have this really cool like friendship and dynamic and stuff, and it's really nice to watch.
When you say you have, I believe you say we have.
Maybe.
No, maybe. Yes. Yeah, you.
Maybe. I think I'm not saying that to be woe is me. I'm saying that because there are some experiences that are okay with not involving me. That's a piece of time that you all experience together, and that's really special. And you should think about that a lot.
You're one of the group, though, B. We've
I'm
gone through
not
the
saying I'm
tower
not.
together.
No, I'm not saying I'm not. I'm just saying, like, it's okay that I wasn't there.
If becoming a follower of Kamateon has taught me one thing, that we wish everyone's life and duty to be long and blessed, and that there is a lot of time to do and experience things, good things, hopefully. And I hope for all of us, we are on this journey of doing and experiencing some wondrous things before it is time for Kamateon to welcome us into the Dark Realm. And I say Dark Realm not as a bad thing, is that's where he dwells.
We all have pasts,
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I'm not going back to. Yes, sorry, I interrupted. What were you saying?
No, that's it. Is that we all have pasts. What you all have, I've had this before.
What do you
what,
mean?
sorry?
At what?
Just this
What he
type of
said.
this type of a group, really briefly.
Wait, is this the ones that are trapped in the thing
Yeah.
and they die all the time over and over again?
Not all of them. No, it's not over.
I'm sorry. The what?
The one,
It's not
your
over and over.
friend that is really sad, B, for you and not cool, and I don't like that for you as a person because I feel like it would be really hurtful.
They
Delgrim, what
don't.
on earth are you talking about?
He's not. Listen, he's drunk, but he's not that drunk.
Not that drunk and stumbles, sits on us.
Over the side of the boat.
What?
I like how you narrated Delgrim's direction in Delgrim's accent, like it's talking in the third person.
There's a couple of things, right? There's a couple of things. First of all, to answer your earlier question, Delgrim, which ties kind of into everything, is when I made this trip last time, it's because I was leaving the consortium. And you don't leave the consortium.
Well, clearly you have, so.
You did.
No, but you don't. it's not a thing that you
not
can
allowed.
do. You
Yeah.
can't resign, and you can't like say, okay, well, thanks for my studies. I'm good now. Like that's not
I
how
can
it
relate.
works.
I can relate. You don't
You-
usually leave Cartharbal either, but I
You
did.
stuck there. The problem is, if you leave, they're gonna come after you. That's just the thing. Or they're not gonna come after you and like hunt you down. Because again, I'm not that important. But like they're gonna take me back if they can. That's the thing, right? So the reason I
weirdly
left,
relate.
I've already told I told it to Rowan before she left. I told Delgrim. I feel like maybe I've kind of mentioned it before, but long story short, I was taken under the wing of Destaria from the consortium. Hamish, for the record, I'm saying this hoping that only this group of people is hearing.
Yep.
And anyway, she was a really cool mentor. She believed in me. She thought I had a lot of potential. It was great. I started seeing some stuff that I was a little bit like, okay, well, these are only good people here, so it should be fine. And then went to this village called Brasov and had a really good time. It was the first time I really felt like I had a good group of friends and camaraderie. And, you know, I kind of met this guy and he was really nice and we hung out a bunch. And then we had to do the experiment that we were doing and we went out of the town and we were you know, it was all going to be fine. And then it wasn't fine. Because basically what happened was this magic that Destaria performed with mine and my friend's help put the place into this weird perpetual time loop where one of my friends just got disintegrated on the spot and I just watched it happen and it was really horrible. And everyone
I also
else
watched that happen. You did a little squiggly thing and it put the memory into my head.
Oh yeah, I did do that.
That would
Very
must have
sad.
been horrific.
And then the person that, you know, I kind of was hanging out with and thought was really cool. I just watched him kind of go into time loop and just time moved differently. And it was like almost like they were in a bubble and it just kept repeating. It was really horrible. And I just kind of acted like it was all fine because Destaria was like, well, I guess that failed. And we went back to the consortium. And things were getting weirder and there was a lot of like mind experiments and stuff and I just couldn't do it anymore. So I told my dad that I wanted to leave and he was like, this is gonna be a big drama because, you know, the family isn't small and we'd have to move everyone because if we don't, you know, the rest of the family's in danger. So me and my entire family ran away and they did it for me. And then we ended up at Mardovia. The thing with Mardovia is that when we were sneaking out, the spellhounds caught us and they tried to kill my sister. And the only reason that she's alive is because I don't know how, but I managed to be fast enough to get her out of there. It was really bad. So yeah, hey, that's everything you need to know.
Wow, that is quite. That's quite a
There's some more
lot
stuff.
Yeah.
That's like, you know, I wasn't super cool at the consortium. People were kind of mean to me. And you know, there was my friend is still there, or might still be there.
Time bubble.
Yeah,
It's
pretty fucked up.
Yeah, that's very unusual. Wow.
At this point, you realise Tiernan's still got his mug and he takes a pour. He brought it with him.
What number drink is it?
Roll a d4, add 2.
Now, when he hit the first bit where he could feel it on set, he just maintained it.
He
rather than
switched to
trying push it.
water like a responsible adult.
Hey, he's rethinking
Wow.
A
his
loser.
Oh, compared to, oh, the universe wants to give me a hug.
PvP.
Stayed in character, you coward.
Guys, please don't fight. Anyway,
Yeah.
it was really bad. It was terrible.
Okay, I'm not very familiar with the layout of Northern Peldorn and the Empire. Will where we need to go take us anywhere near this village that you...
Brasov?
Well, if you're going to talk to me like that, okay.
Hamish,
Well, I mean, Grumpfel is good. I
from
like
memory, where was this village? I know that it
Really,
was.
really miles away.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Not even
It's
remotely close. Yeah.
Not even. Okay, great.
Okay.
Yeah, because it took
Oh.
us a couple of days even to get there, right?
Right.
Yeah, great.
I was going to say if we were going anywhere near there, if we could do anything to help, we're happy to. But
Oh,
if it's
Destari
no-
is so powerful. There's no way. There is no way. I've never seen anyone do magic like that.
Well, we already took on one fake queen and only lost one, well, technically two people.
Yeah, but
Surely we can take on.
yeah, but Delgrim, you had to die for that to happen.
Yeah,
And
I
also,
again, too.
on top of that,
I had a choice, I had to do it again. Because otherwise, I had to choose one of you to die. I'm not going to do that, am I? I'm not going to choose one of my friends to die. That's insane.
let's just move that down to the bottom of our list of things to do, shall we?
but also like, it wasn't even that she did something that powerful. It was her walking away and being like, "Well, I guess that's it." Like it was nothing.
The only way to break this spell at all.
If there was, I would have tried by now.
You sorry.
I'm not that powerful.
Tiernan knew smart and know things about the magic things. How can we blow spell up?
I know enough to know that I can't even attempt something like that
Okay,
without a lot more information would be required.
Can you
Yes.
ask Blinky? Maybe Blinky know more than you.
Yeah, I think we can scribble that one down as something to consider after we've found more information.
This is truly so much bigger than that. The other thing, you don't need to worry, we're not gonna go near the consortium. The consortium is off.
Galak! That was their name. That we know someone in the consortium, but they in a different universe entirely. We need to figure out how to get Gerlach here in our universe. 'Cause
Oh yes, Gerlach.
Gerlach was cool.
Interesting fellow.
Do you remember me and Gerlach on top of giant turtle fighting crazy witch lady? And like,
Yeah, but the Gerlach in this universe may not be in the consortium.
no, Tiernan, you got to think sneaky. We find a way to get Gerlach from other universe here, and then we walk around with Gerlach like, yeah, this is Gerlach from Consortium, and they have us under arrest, and we just walk around doing whatever we want because we're already in control of someone in Consortium.
Hey, Hamish, have I heard of
Easy.
Gerlach?
B. Absolutely, you've heard of Gerlach.
What do I know about Gerlach?
He tortures puppies.
You would know that Gerlach
You
was. Let me just quickly. I just need to.
Hey,
go-
Hamish, you're an asshole.
Yeah, I know. Let me just quickly find something here. Bear with me. Hold the line, please, caller.
Fuck off, get your own line.
Wow.
Well played.
Who
Well,
Who wants to do something really fun and really
Well,
stupid?
whose line is it anyway?
I do, I want to do something really fun and really stupid, but let me just, hold on, I've got a brainwave. Give me a second.
Okay.
You want to climb the tree, Delgrim?
It's going like this.
You know
Actually,
your
no, I've got a
dog is
glass of wine
disconnected.
in one hand, so
Please
it's
hang
like,
up and try again.
okay. You would know that Gerlach is one of the more senior members of the consortium.
Excellent.
And he spends or has spent a fairly decent amount of time under the tutelage of an individual who you have never seen before.
Oh, you fucking prick. Yeah.
But you have heard a lot about, called
Yeah.
Audium Paleshell.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Gerlach spends pretty much most of his time at the consortium.
Mm-hmm.
But he does not have a lot to do with Dastaria. And so that would pretty much be all you would know. You've like probably seen him around a few times and stuff like that.
Okay. Cool. Do I know of any work he's done specifically?
No.
Okay, cool.
Like you are conscious that Mordium is part of the council of the consortium,
Mm-hmm.
but is really, if ever seen, and like I said, you've never actually seen him before. If anything, he's somewhat of a figure of legend more than anything else.
Okay, great. To which I would then be like, wait, I've heard, I know of Gerlach.
Oh, so he's in the consortium too, in this universe.
Yeah, he's pretty respected there too. He's like a senior member of it.
Yeah, but the Golak we know is from a whole different universe and
Hmm.
is our friend. We've fought with them and they seem very interested in this multi-dimensional situation that we found ourselves in. So I feel like we could ask them to keep us safe here in the Empire. And maybe
The problem would be
there's,
getting in contact with him, which would require being in proximity to the consortium.
No, I don't think we can. No. We not contact actual this universe Gerlach. That's silly idea. If they in the Empire, they probably gonna kill you. Yeah, no, we don't want that. We want our Gerlach.
Tiernan's just like meets eyes with both B and Grumpfel, just like, I think that's not possible.
We got to find a way to.
Hear me out. What if your Gerlach has figured out how to be here, though? What if it's the same Gerlach?
That
Unlikely.
How do we know?
I don't know how it works. It's very random seeming, but maybe.
Destaria is pretty powerful, like, and you know, Gerlach is around some powerful people, like, I don't know.
What if
He wielded the shard.
What do you mean?
Tiernan?
He had the shard, and he was making use of it. And I'm quite certain if
I don't know a lot
anybody-
about the shard.
If anyone in the Empire had the shard, it would be monumental.
Right.
It was a completely different history in a completely different universe.
Tiernan, do you think you could convince this Gerlach enough that we met other Gerlach to hold their attention enough to convince them to maybe not want to kill B?
I honestly think if we met the Gerlach in this universe, the very first thing he would do is lock us all up.
But what if, Tiernan, listen to me, what if you did a really good job of explaining how we met other Gerlach, and that is interesting enough to someone who cares about shard and alternate history, that maybe we not get locked up, maybe we get a parade.
No.
You don't know.
Hey, this is all really fun and stuff. But this is a lot of talk about the consortium, and my brain it's starting to hurt with the consortium talk. What was the fun thing you wanted to do?
It depends. Do you two want to do fun, stupid things as well?
I'm sort of swearing off stupid things of late. Delgrim. How dumb,
But
how stupid is it?
Tiernan, how we don't know how long we have to do stupid things.
Hey, I promised my
And
mother.
depending on how stupid the time could be very short.
We'll all look out for each other. It'll be okay.
Yeah. It's
What's
pretty,
your idea, Grelgrim?
it's pretty stupid though. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take some of this rope over here. Doug will find some fucking rope lying around on the ship somewhere. We're gonna tie it to the back of the ship, and we're gonna jump in the water, and we're gonna go along behind the boat as it goes in the water really fast. Through the water is gonna be really fun and stupid.
The velocity of this vessel is not fast enough to achieve that, Delgrim.
You want to go for a swim? Is that what you're saying?
No, I want to hold on to rope while the ship is moving.
How about
through
rope
water
holds
really
on to
fast.
you and we tries to tie it around his waist?
This is a very good idea.
That's a better idea. Hey, fuck it, I'm in.
Excellent, let's go.
So what are you doing?
Grumpfel,
It's the reverse
you know
Titanic.
You want to.
This is the reverse Titanic. This isn't standing on the front of the ship, like safe, looking out over the water. This is just like tying a rope around your waist.
I think I'd rather
dunking
sketch you like
yourself
one of
in.
my Sfazina girls.
Yeah.
Grumpfel, come on. Come on, you'll never have a chance to do this again, maybe.
If we invent water skiing along the way, so be it. But it's just literally tying a rope
Grumpfel, if you're
around
really
and
my
dumping it.
friend, you'll do this.
Come on, Grumpfel.
I really am
Come
your
on.
friend, but I don't intend to step foot off the boat into the open water. I'm sorry.
Look, that's entirely fair. I have advantage of feeling warm, fuzzy blanket feeling of entire night around me.
Tiernan, come on. It'll
Ladies
be fun.
first, I am more than happy to stand here on the ship.
Tiernan, please.
No, let them be. Let them go. They don't want to have fun time. They.
This is such a stupid idea. Yeah, okay.
They don't want
I am
to have.
100% here for this.
They
So
don't
what are you
want to
doing?
have fun time.
I have my own rope as well.
Excellent.
Hey, Grumpfel, Delgrim.
Yes.
You see the
Yes.
shield? Touch it.
Boop.
Repel 15 feet off the boat.
Luckily, having already tied the fucking
Yeah, you already tied
rope
the
around
rope.
his waist, absolutely gets yeeted off the fucking side of the ship.
So-
then.
Who's holding onto the rope?
No, it'll be tied to
We
like
would have
the,
used one that was already tied. To
It'll be tied to the railing, tied to Delgrim up at the back of the boat. Would have been.
Delgrim, you go sailing off the side
Mm-hmm.
into this frigid water.
As he goes through the air, though, the thing that you'll hear is.
Please don't do that to me, Tiernan. I'll just jump if that's okay.
You under the surface, and you, as you sort of you sink slightly just with the weight of your gear and your complete inability to function because you're shit faced.
I think this is probably sober him up a little bit though too.
Mm-hmm. And you kind of you open your eyes and you realize that like with despite the fact that it's very difficult to see underwater, with this extra sight that you have, it's surprising how clear things under the surface.
Mm-hmm.
Which is made even more disconcerting when you see something clinging to the bottom of the ship.
Oh.
4 long limbs just holding on to it. This trailing long wisps of hair coming from the back as this head just goes towards where you are in the water. And that's where we're going to finish for tonight.
Get wrecked. I didn't even have to jump off.
Can Tina just look at Grumpfel and say, "Yeah, he was right. That was fun."
Excellent.
Fucking outstanding. Whoa.
Out
How
swimming.
good.
Hey, fun game, gang.
Hey. So,
Yeah, it was all right.
it was fine. It was okay. It was a solid C.
It was just for the record,
Boom,
especially in case Shadowmere is still hanging around in chat, was also very sad. But
Yeah,
fun.
we miss you, Cass.
We do miss you, cats. Like the deserts miss the rain.
Wow.
What were our favourite parts, people? What
And-
tickled your fancy?
Guess.
Getting yeeted off the side of the ship.
That was fun. No, the pixie. The fucking Tiernan and their new best friend.
Yeah.
That is the buddy cop movie that I want to see at this point in my life. We can all get wrecked. I just want Tiernan to hang out with
With Quincy.
forever, and go on fun adventures together.
He's 6 foot and blue. She's a pixie, and the conversation is
Yeah.
blue.
And a dick.
I love that. Also, just like, just the cool fucking hanging out in RP shit as well.
Yeah.
In general, it's always fun. I love that.
Yeah. It's nice to have a little RP session.
A little beach episode, you know?
Yeah, especially
Before
when
we
get-
truly get fucked up.
Yeah.
Especially where we get like cool lore dumps like scattered throughout as well.
Yeah.
But just to clarify, the
Yep.
Dryad is the tree, not the ship. The tree, which is
Yeah,
the main.
the dryad
monster.
is the dryad. The tree.
Yeah,
is
but
the
the
dryad.
the connection is to the tree.
Unless they fall in the water, in which case they're a wet ad.
Oh my god.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Grumpfel just died. That's it.
Oh,
That's
no.
one
No,
step too
Grumpfel
far.
killed.
Was killed.
Incredible.
I just realized there's one last thing to do before we call it a night.
I'll say my favourite part
Mhm.
was Ham's realization that he had to sit at a table and roleplay multiple NPCs, because I've done that to
Yeah.
myself, and it's
Holy
Heath.
fucking shit, Heath. That's
Heath. What the fuck?
What is happening?
what I missed. Oh, screw.
Fucking hell. Heath.
Heath's trying to steal my my sitting at the top of the.
Oh,
I
shit.
got a long
jeez, man.
way before that.
Holy heck.
Yikes.
You're a good man, Heath.
What a fucking legend. Hey, Heath, what a guy.
Occasionally.
Yeah, no, look, the accent thing was a choice, which then proceeded to become a nightmare when I realised what I'd done. Yeah, look, fun times, man.
I was waiting for the chef to start the conversation up again about the salt and the nutmeg and the salt and spice.
Yeah.
I'm like, because Tina was gonna go, but salt's not a spice; it's a mineral. It's fish.
Oh no.
In which case, the entire crew would have murdered Tiernan.
Watch this entire session immediately become fucking under siege with a two-headed kind of kobold, kind of dragonborn Steven Seagal.
Yeah, wow,
Fucking-
wow. It's the spin-off
Wow.
we never knew we wanted. Yeah, and his sidekick, the pixie again.
What was he? What was the chef?
Is
He
present tense.
He was exactly what he looked like.
A half kobold, half dragonborn.
Maybe. Who knows?
A
With
dragon.
two heads.
Not an Eton.
Yeah.
Etten.
My first thought with the two heads was Etten, but I feel like that's not it. So I feel like it's some Tome of Beasts bullshit.
I enjoyed B's little lore dump at the end. It's always good to get a little sweet B action. It was nice. The little like sort of Miera moments at the beginning. The little like Miera's
Yeah.
like that was really cute. And yeah, just the little RP bits and pieces. It's always nice to have a session where we focus more on the peeps. Just hanging out, just chilling, just doing the thing.
I was half expecting for Tiernan and Delgrim to punch on over the Miera situation.
Depending upon certain reactions,
Mm.
which honestly could have been.
Yeah. Still would.
The-
Hey, Tiernan,
the
calm
little-
down. There's something cool I wanted to see on bottom of ship.
Wow.
Really?
Wow.
Tina just starts soaring at the rope.
Hey, my favorite moment was literally the reaction to casting the sparkles, the fireworks. That was really sad immediately.
Yeah, that was
It
well
made me
played.
feel like a terrible piece of
Thank
shit
you.
immediately.
That
And it
was
made look. If anyone can make me feel like a piece of shit, I'm here for it. It's fine.
yes. Oh, duly noted.
That's the thing, Piggles, I'm probably least favorited about is if there's a fucking threat, then we won't be able to continue the flirting with the crew. That's sad.
Oh,
Who said
also,
I was oblivious
I
to
have a least favorite moment. Least favorite moment was turning it into, my name's B and I'm just a girl. You fuck. You fucking asshole.
Although the line later on, oh, my opinion doesn't count.
Yeah.
that was
Let's make
fuck,
it all
fuck
about
my
me.
opinion. I
Yeah.
guess that was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
That was real good. Listen, Bee's slowly integrated into the group in general.
Cheers. Cheers. It'll be funny when she gets murdered as soon as you guys step into the Empire. But you know,
Yeah, that was always the plan, right?
well, it was.
Yeah, I wasn't supposed to be a permanent cast member.
No.
Yeah,
Like,
correct.
You're
That's what I
cannon
thought.
fodder. I'm there
Yeah,
to
yeah.
just
Yeah, no.
destroy you.
I'm actually surprised I made it this long.
Well, look, so am I, to be honest. But
Yeah, great. Also, Hamish, get fucked.
Can you feel the love, people?
Anything else? Any other favourite bits? Apparently, Piggle enjoyed the fact that I got to float with every PC. Who said I was flirting?
If it's not flirting,
Angelic is
if-
just
if-
really,
if-
really nice.
Yeah, Angelique was she's just a little. Just a,
Fucking Saz, dude, you were 100% flirting. Also watching Saz's shit-eating
Emperor,
grin, this is the best.
fucking nude as fuck.
So good.
Zero clothes. Correct.
You literally
Uh,
described her as all boob at one point.
hey, look, you know,
Titty.
yeah, she's a little titty fay.
Yeah. Just,
Little kitty fay.
just remember, if it's not
Good
from the
God.
flirting region of Peldorn, all it is sparkling awkwardness.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
wow.
Fucking
Wow.
hell.
Oh my god, Grumpfel dies twice now. Dude.
Incredible.
Okay. Anything else around before we stick a pin in it and we go and raid some lovely individuals?
Just
Yep.
have a whole new meaning.
One more
The
thing.
voice of Saz. Who are we plundering? GM
Ask me
Workshop.
who it is.
Hey, on a side note, Saz is our producer. She sits off camera in a ball gown with some incredible accessories.
It's a really hot ball gown this evening.
100% hot in the most appropriate fashion. I'm not sure what I'm trying to say there. But Saz is wonderful and we love and adore her. And without her, none of the really cool stuff that goes on would happen. It would just be me in front of the camera by myself. And that would be just truly so weird. But also, hey, there's super secret shit going on within this campaign as well that may or may not have been recorded offline that people don't know anything about. So watch this space. Who knows what other things might pop up that are Radiant Shadows related in the future. But with that, we're going to go and raid out to GM Workshop. Thank you very much for hanging out with us tonight. I hope you've had fun. I hope you've enjoyed things. You spent your time with us, and that's the most
Yeah, what if we didn't though?
Well, if you didn't, I'm open to feedback. Please submit the form as well as your credit card details, and I will ensure
Great. My credit card number is 4633. No.
that. No, hold on, I need to write it down. All right, away we go. Let's go and let's go do the thing. Thank you very much, everyone. We'll see you in a fortnight. And we'll find out.
No.